We're live. Hello, everyone. We're just going to wait for a little bit, podcast, let people filter in.
Hi, chat.
Hello,
Hello.
chat. All right, let me hit the music. Bam. All right.
Sanity, what kind of meal was it that you ate?
14 ounces of veal.
Was it just
And?
veal?
It was a veal shank, or perhaps a cut. I also don't morally agree with veal, but it was ordered for me, so it felt wrong to not just get it, eat it. They already had to kill a little thing, but it would feel even crueler to not be continue with its meat. So it was, imagine you would know the Flintstones and their large sort of food that they eat on a single bone.
I'm familiar.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
basically
aware.
that, and it sat on a bed of, I guess, just a plate. There wasn't really a bed of anything. There were 4 green asparagus and 1 large carrot strip, and there were a total, I counted, of 6 cubes of potato that were fried to, I would say, satisfaction. And then I just sort of ate all of the meat. The best part is that it came with a bone, so while everyone else was being polite and talking, I got to hunch over my plate and eat meat off of a bone. And no one could say it was cruel or wrong for me to do that because it was a fancy restaurant.
That is a
That
Flintstones
sounds
ass
so
meal.
yummy.
Did you say yabba dabba doo after you were finished?
I said, "Don't mind if I yabba dabba do" every single time.
Oh,
And I made
a fancy
everyone
boy.
I made everyone stop talking and toast whenever I did that.
That's pretty good.
Your
would
yabba
toast it.
dabba indulgence.
A hype train.
then got it.
Well, look at that. Hi, everyone.
Ooh.
Welcome to chat. We'll be starting in just a bit.
That sounds
Hello,
so fucking yummy.
everyone.
I have but a single slice of ham in my cellar at home.
In your
Yeah, but you
cellar.
have a cellar. You have an
I love
opulent
your
cellar
ham
for which to
cellar.
hold your ham.
One slice.
AirPod room be damned. You've got a place to make some root vegetables pickled.
What is an AirPod?
What?
What? You forgot the second word in your question. You know what an AirPod is, right?
What is an iPod?
James, you know about the iPod Nano Touch and otherwise. Hold on, Val. You for sure know what an AirPod is, right?
I do not. Please inform me what is an AirPod.
You've never heard of an AirPod? Imagine a wireless earbud and it costs $13,000 and it can't be recycled.
That sounds terrible. What is an earbud?
You don't. You can't.
It's the
you
dog
can't-
what played basketball.
Whoa! What is basketball?
Imagine.
That's a great question. What is basketball, honestly?
LeBron James, take it away. CT, can you please transition?
Is he
to
like
LeBron James?
is he like Jesus? of
Why do I have to
basketball?
do the transition? It's your bit, dumbass.
It's your stream.
It's your stream. You're the streamer. You're
Half the
streamer
time
of
you
the
throw it to
stream.
me to transition because you want me to do a character voice, and I'm not doing a LeBron James voice.
I thought you were just gonna say
Nice
he got
save.
sick and he fell in a ditch and we couldn't pick him up.
I
so
could
he
say
can't come
that.
around.
Hi, Paris Farmer. Welcome to chat. Also, we had a great post. I've missed the first Council of Nicea. It'll be nice to catch this one. Coming this fall, the Council of Nicea, the first Council of Nicea, 2. We're gonna figure it out this time. Hi, Jungle Spider
first one to do it
2872. That's a great username. An aunt told me about the next 8 dreams I would have, and only one of them didn't come true. Well, I'm sorry.
Are ants regularly communicating with spiders via dreams, do you think?
You know, did you know that there's a type of ant that domesticates aphids, like cows?
Yeah.
they farm 'em.
I think
was
That's
more
like Tumblr
insects.
Post 101.
I think more insects should do that shit.
What would ants do with a praying mantis?
Oh, that would be like a
They
mech
would have
to them.
psychic battles.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's their siege engines.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say ants are like a foot soldier, and like a praying mantis is like, yeah, I guess like a mech or like a tank or something. I guess no, like a horned beetle would be their tank.
Sanity, have
Yeah.
you seen
I
the
think-
different types of army ants?
I know of a good amount of different types of army ants because I was very confident in that I knew all of them about a year or 2 ago, and then I didn't know anything about them, which was proven to me by the things that people said about ants I didn't believe, and then I learned about them and forgot about them entirely. But I know that some of them are very large. There's one whose head is a door. Some have wings, and then they get tired and they fall off. And I don't think any of them have a gender that we know about yet, because they haven't told us.
Well, what? Some of that stuff is true, but the thing I was gonna
Let's
say
fucking go!
is that the thing I was gonna say is that army ants have subclasses. There actually are foot soldiers, and then there's like another like subbreed of army ant within a single hive that are like way bigger, and they have big mandibles for carrying large objects. They're literally like the dump trucks of the ant kingdom.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say assassins. Like they make ants that are like really tiny.
Stop!
And
I was gonna make the same joke.
they have like one poisoned fang that they can use to like attack
Aw.
only the queen.
I was gonna
when they
say
find
which
her.
one gets fade into darkness perk, but that's really funny.
Yeah, there's a subbreed of army ant that has a blink ability.
I heard the really big one was the demo knight ant, which they just get swords and they can dash, but they don't have any long range weapons.
Yeah.
Dude, an entire colony of ants did a demo charge at me while I was mowing the lawn. They got my leg.
Dude, imagine an ant doing a demo charge at your ankle and knocking you the fuck over. Imagine getting
Oh my God.
backstabbed by an ant.
And then wait, they already have the pyro ants. That's the fire ants, and then the
Oh.
pyro
That's
ants
right.
clean you up. They get the backburner out, and they start eating your ass.
Well, there's
Well-
not.
Huh?
I don't think there are demo knight ants, but there are demo beetles. You ever heard of bombardier beetles?
Yeah.
Oh, I have. I
Yeah.
thought, don't they explode?
Yeah, they
No.
have a length of powerful muscles along their back that they can contract all at once super hard, and they just explode and get their boiling digestive juices everywhere.
They do.
Huh.
I hope
Wow.
that never happens to me.
Well, they don't live in
I
regions.
hope a
where you
beetle
live.
never
What an
throws
odd
up on
thing
my
to say.
leg.
Council of Nicea 2 is really sticking to this whole and God's favorite animal is the beetle thing. That's true.
Said smilingly with a serene expression.
And my
That
favorite
never
class
happens
is the
to
ant.
me.
Yay!
Floats away upriver.
Closes my eyes forever. They have 2 chemical chambers they can combine to create a boiling liquid. That's badass. Humans should be able to do that.
I'm so
Dude.
jealous. What the fuck?
Ants are not the most Catholic animal. Bees are.
That's
They
fucking
How?
crazy.
to sting someone, they have to kill themselves to sacrifice themselves.
Also, they
make
read the
stained
Bible.
glass.
Is
And the Bible.
self well, I don't know if we can say that on stream,
Is
but is there
sanity?
self-sacrifice?
Sanity? I mean,
If a,
candy?
if a wasp throws
I mean
rocket
candy?
on it,
I
Oh
want.
God, I got really scared. Candy was
I got
saying
really
that you're
excited.
like,
I'm not in trouble. I did nothing
Sandy,
wrong.
answer for Candy's crimes. fix
Well,
Candy.
what do you have to say?
I'm not gonna explain this to you because this is part of why I invited you on the stream. But yes,
Ah.
there is a significant aspect of self-sacrifice to Christianity.
Nuh-uh.
This is the first I'm hearing of this. Oh, Pokken gave a gift 1 tier sub to Beetle.
Yay!
I hope that thing doesn't throw up on my leg.
Aw.
Quick, somebody give to sub to throw up Beetle.
I hope a beetle doesn't mix its fluids and throw up on me.
Would a beetle make a shrine?
They should.
To a bigger beetle, yes.
Wait, there's a song about this that I really like, but
There is
I-
not a song
Beetle
about
shrine,
a beetle,
beetle
shrine.
It literally is. It's called "The King Beetle on the Coconut Estate," and it's about how fire cleanses everything.
You made
but
that
it's-
up.
No, it's I made like I don't want to talk about it too long, because I really like the song and I think about it a lot.
You don't want to like ruin like the illusion or
don't wanna
something.
wanna have
Because
passions?
you like it?
I will close my eyes and like swing my head back and forth and just talk about this cool song that I heard a lot for like an hour and a half. And
Oh,
Beautiful
okay.
I'm holding
autistic
myself
boy
back.
thinking about a song and stimming. You would be a
The-
great monk.
while I'm doing this, I'm also like calligraphying the letter "the" into the big Bible, and they pay
That's
me
right.
in beer and cats.
Please, please, I will buy sub if we talk about King Beetle for 30 minutes.
This is bribery and it will not work.
I actually think it is quite applicable to the literal conversation we just had, because it's entirely about like self-sacrifice. It's about fire, and it's about how fire is within all of us, which is kind of like a Jesus thing. Probably don't know too much about all of that. But also, there's like a soldier that tries to glimpse the fire, which is effectively the divine, and his like wings get burned, so he has to crawl back. And then a scholar tries to do it, but he gets blinded by it. And then at the end, all of the people have to just go into the fire. And then the ending is humans being like, "What the fuck are these beetles doing? Why did all of them just fly into the fire that started on the coconut estate?" And then the song ends.
Yay!
It's beautiful.
That happens in Dark Souls, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Beetles?
No, going into the fire.
And beetles.
And beetles, yeah.
True.
And beetles. Beautiful
We didn't get to
beetles.
see it in James' playthrough, but if they had leveled up just one more time, they would have gotten Beetle Swarm ability. Really
What?
disappointing.
Yeah, that happens at level 13. You get Beetle Swarm.
Fuck.
I
That's
like
what
how
happens
that
when you stop
actually...
believing in controller and it breaks.
That actually is a spell in 2 and 3.
Oh, so you
Beetles?
were lying to me.
Become swarm?
Yeah, well, Beetle Swarm is literally a spell in 2 and 3.
Oh.
Does the Gaping
That's a
Dragon
pretty
count as
effective
a beetle?
spell.
No, it doesn't. Obviously not. Welcome to chat, though.
I think many different like things have like beetle swarm. Like Naruto had that guy made out of beetles threw beetles at you.
It did?
I don't think he was made
Yeah.
of beetles. I think he just had beetles that lived on him.
There are beetles that lived in him. He like they cut him and he
Ew.
bled beetles, and there was like he
Ew.
exhaled beetles.
His name was Beetle House.
No, that you're thinking of Millhouse and Beetletopia.
Yeah, does a mill ever come out of Millhouse, asshole?
Yeah, it's
No.
the house he lives in. It's the Mill House.
I love
thought it
it
was
when
Flanders'
Bart.
house.
I love it when Bart has raw millet and he makes Milhouse eat it until it turns into flour. I love that part of The Simpsons.
Wait, wouldn't it be a wheel? Wouldn't it be a wheel within Millhouse? Not a mill? A
No,
mill
his
is
name
a-
would be Wheelhouse then.
I love
they
when he
sift
dumps a
the
bunch of
flour
grain
they
into
made
his
from
open mouth.
Grainhouse- when they sift the flour they made from Grainhouse, the show becomes the Sievesons.
Come on.
Oh, it cut off my inhale, but I inhaled darkly because I loved that. I didn't mean to say darkly, but to say deeply, but I loved that. That was a very good joke.
Giving you dark powers from my Sievesons joke.
Corruption ass stream right now. It's fine.
That's right.
This is normal.
I don't.
It's
I mean, in
What do
the
you mean
world
corruption?
that we made,
We're not making
Millhouse-
any political influences right now.
Hello, I'm the meat planet. I make you worse so you don't have to.
Yay.
Is that
Hey guys, what does it
no
mean that we
thing?
all have pointy things on top of our heads?
What?
Have you ever noticed that?
Oh, you're right.
Well, each of us just has like a distinct feature that's just a big pointy stick kind of thing on top of our heads. Yours are
Oh,
a
we're
little short, buddy.
derivative. God damn it.
What?
Oh.
I don't know if that's the case. Is that the
No,
case?
Okay.
that's right. We're derivative.
Oh, well, everything's derivative of other things, except for the original things that were made, which is Gilgamesh, and I don't think I know anything else older than Gilgamesh or the Bible, so probably one of those two. Oh, the monkey, the prince monkey from Chinese mythology,
Sun Wukong.
not a prince. Him, Gilgamesh, Enkidu, of course, and then later on, Jesus.
That's true.
Everything else is derivative of those three things.
All right. I think enough people are here. I think we've warmed up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to start.
I'm scared.
All right. I want to thank everyone for coming to the council today. I have with me some bishops from all across the world. There's some real problems that we have to adjust, or that we have to address, right? It's the 4th century. Christianity's been around for a while. We got problems we got to talk about. People are preaching just whatever the fuck they want to preach. People are saying some wild shit. We have to nail down what exactly it means to be a Christian here. All right? So I have with me, in real life, I have a paper with a bunch of questions that I want you all to ask, right? I'm going to ask the rest of you guys a couple questions. We're all going to nail this down. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you all to come up with an answer for it. I want you to come up with an answer as to what you think should be the canonical true answer. And then, James, if it's possible, I'd like to see if chat could vote on the answers.
We absolutely could. So we're all going to come. You're going to ask a question. We're all going to provide an answer, and then chat will vote on their favorite.
Yes, and then chat will vote on what they want to be canon, while we debate the merits of our various positions. Right?
Okay.
So here's the one rule for the Council of Nicea 2. Whatever is made canon, every answer after that has to follow that, right? If there is a conflict between an earlier answer and a new answer, we have to also figure that out. We have to solve that through a process called scholasticism. If that comes up, we'll talk about that. But okay. Do you all understand what we're doing here? Chat, do you all understand what we're doing here?
Question.
Yes.
Can I agree with someone else and not provide my answer?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Any other
One more
questions?
Question.
Yes.
Can Sanity agree with me?
Yes. Sanity can agree with you.
Follow-up question. Even if that means that we're grouping up against what maybe Candy and and this means Candy can't get mad.
No, Candy can get mad at whatever he wants, all right?
Oh, thank God. Okay.
And that's not very holy.
Question. Addendum. What if we canonize Candy can't get mad?
Oh, okay.
That
first
would
answer.
actually
First
be
answer to the
canon if
question.
chat voted on that. Yes.
Can we do a bonus round 0 where we all vote on that to make sure that's the case?
No.
That's my one character trait.
No.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna say I'm only gonna allow something to be voted on if it's actually an answer to the question that I am posing to you. Because remember, these are important questions. There's people all around the Roman and early Byzantine world that are believing some pretty crazy things about Christianity. That's what we're here to solve, right?
That's a good point. We'll have to wait for the Council of Nicea 1-3 to fuck with Bishop Candy. For now, we'll just have to focus on the basics.
Exactly.
That seems reasonable.
Exactly. And I want you all to know that in the first Council of Nicaea, supposedly Saint Nicholas got so mad that he punched Arius the heretic. So it was pretty heated in real life. All right.
Why did they call him that and let him on the council?
That's a good question, Sanity.
Feels like it's just pretty fucking stupid. Just for clarity, because we don't have names that are on the stream right now. None of us are named like Val the Heretic or anything. There is no. My name is not Sanity.
Well, now
the
one of
wrong
us is.
One.
See,
Oh, it is now.
I
buddy.
guess I gotta be the
Let's vote
heretic.
on that.
Okay.
originally when I was talking to James about the art for this stream, I was thinking of putting James on the ground whimpering like Arius. But I feel like that might bias people against James' opinions, so I didn't want to do that.
That's
I
right.
think it would have done the opposite. It probably would have endeared people to Jame a lot more than the rest of us.
I don't know. I think it might
Yeah.
have biased people if we started calling them James 7 Heretic.
People do that already.
I guess that's true, yeah.
They do.
Okay. Are we all also, hey, everyone, welcome to chat. Thank you so much for showing up. I really hope this is going to be funny because this is an insane concept for a stream. Are you all ready? Are you all ready for your first Christological question?
Never.
More or less.
Yes.
All right. Did Christ have a body?
A
Question.
body.
Yes, what's your question?
I thought that said B-Day.
The D is after what the A would be. What?
Is Christ God or is Christ Jesus?
That's a different question.
Uh-oh.
So, okay, Sanity.
Uh-oh.
Follow-up question.
Yes.
What is Christ?
Also an excellent question, Sanity.
Oh fuck.
So, okay. Some background. All of us consider ourselves Christians, right? We know that about
Sure.
300 years ago, there was a guy named Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Christ means the anointed one, meaning that he was smeared with oil at some point. Now,
Really, Josh.
Christ died about 300 years ago, and we all of us agree that this was maybe the most important thing to happen in the history of the universe. But we don't we need to agree on what actually happened, like what the official.
I have
line...
my answer.
Okay, what's
I
your...
have my
Okay.
answer. I'd like to propose to the council.
Yes.
Christ did not have a body. He was the oil.
Okay, Christ was the oil. Okay, Christ.
If you put the Christ oil on somebody, they will become Christ.
Oh, like the Frosty the Snowman hat.
Do you want
Yes.
to use the text tool, little buddy?
I don't know how to do that.
Weren't we just talking
Our
about the text tool
scribes-
earlier?
The scribe you're having write this is currently struggling with arthritis.
Okay. Here.
Christ was oil.
It does say Christmas oil.
Mary Christ was.
my oil I got for Christmas.
Just kind of Christmas oil. I don't like the text. Can we kill the text? Let's get the arthritic
Okay,
monk
yeah,
back
fuck
in
the
here.
text. Keep doing the handwriting. I
Fuck
like
Yeah,
it
like,
so
that's
much
fine.
more.
How about actually
scribe
fuck
can
you
get
guys? If you're gonna make fun of me, we're using this, all right?
Okay. Christ was the oil. Option number 1. Does anyone have a counter theory?
I don't know how Christ could be the oil if I mean if you smear this fucking oil on anyone, can there be more than one Christ?
Yes.
There's only a limited amount of Christ oil, and I assume we don't know where it is right
We
now.
don't know.
Well, it's
So just one guy gets it?
Presumably, it would be somewhere in Upper Syria at some point.
I have my hot take.
Was it an oil or a syrup?
Okay, Candy, what's your hot take?
I posit that Christ had multiple bodies. He was like Mario 64, clipping through the firmament.
Oh,
firmament?
okay. That is actually a real life Christology, so we can bring that up. That's an excellent idea.
That's
it also
too advanced for me.
opens many theological doors for us.
I have a proposition.
Okay.
He had one, but not anymore.
He used to have a body.
He had a body, but he died 300 years ago, so it's probably all dirt.
Okay.
These are separate. Separate the points.
There's commas.
There's commas.
No.
There are commas.
Oh, I see. The dash implies that it is one long point. Ooh,
Okay.
hang on. This can coexist.
We'll
That-
get
the
there.
multiple bodies. Yeah, no, it makes sanity. I'm walking over to you and I'm shaking your hand.
Ooh, my hand. This
Okay.
could work.
Okay, Scribe Jamie, if we could have our
Mm-hmm.
poll.
Wait. You have not given Scribe Val
You're
a chance
right, I
to
haven't.
answer.
Val, what is your Christology here?
I was going to say that, of course, Christ has to have a body. How else could you give it a name? But upon hearing Christ was the oil, I'm not really too sure anymore.
We'll see.
Christ wasn't it?
Historically
Christ doesn't have
speaking-
to. A name doesn't have to go to a person.
Indeed. Historically speaking, there were
Oh.
some people who believed that Christ never had a physical body. He was just kind of a hologram that appeared to people.
Christ was a
Why
rock.
Kill him then.
He was a rock.
Okay.
Christ was a really cool rock.
Christ was a really
Okay.
cool rock.
Why
Okay.
did they
So
kill
I
him if he was a rock?
You
Well,
can
that's
kill rocks.
that
Paper.
raises several
Paper.
questions, doesn't it?
rock.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. How long do you want this poll to last for? We could have it last 5 minutes while we debate amongst ourselves.
Let's do 5 minutes. Let's start off with
Okay.
5 minutes.
And do you want to allow additional votes on any of these, or everybody gets one vote?
Everyone gets one vote.
Everybody gets one vote. Okay, first poll going up. Did Christ have a body? Our options are: he was the oil, he had multiple bodies, he used to have a body, or he was a really cool rock.
Sorry, I'm struggling not to laugh at chat message. Christ was like the gorillas. I'm not even sure what that means,
an
but
action-
I like it.
I think that's Nestorianism. That would be considered Nestorianism in real life.
That he was
What does
that
that
he was
mean?
digital.
Well, that Christ was actually like pretending to be multiple people, like the gorillas, who didn't actually
Oh.
exist.
Oh, so like there was no Judas. That was a lie. from him.
Well, I guess there would be a Judas, but it was like Christ was just an idea that God have, and it was just like a mask that he was wearing on Earth. Also, another real life Christianity thing.
If Christ was a hologram, according to whoever said that, would that make Judas like the first Ghostbuster?
I think it would actually. That's a good point.
No, because
Holograms
Judas
are not
didn't kill
ghosts.
him. Judas, the Roman guy who stabbed him would be the first Ghostbuster.
Oh shit! So they
Judas
called
was-
the first Ghostbusters. They called the
Yeah.
Roman Ghostbusters. Huh?
They were the first people to figure out who we were gonna call.
What is a
They killed
crucifix
him.
but a big
they
vacuum?
Couldn't be Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters bust ghosts. He was alive. To
If
kill
it-
something, it has to be alive.
If it was a hologram or
wasn't.
ghost or spirit,
You
instead
can kill
of a
the
dude.
concept of something.
I see.
You don't kill a ghost. You can bust a ghost. That's why they're not called ghost killers.
They weren't
That
called
is
Ghost.
I think they would have been
pretty fucking
cooler
badass,
if they were called the
actually.
Ghost
Can
Killers.
we call them ghost killers?
What if we were called the Ghost Killers?
Yeah, fuck this shit. Let's start a band.
We should make a new NBA team called the Ghost Killers. You guys can hoop, right?
I can hoop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
My guest,
Hasn't
what
been
brought me here,
invented
could
yet.
maybe hoop. I am too small.
Everybody in chat, make sure to get your vote in and make sure to vote for He Was the Oil, because if He Was the Oil wins, I hear that we each get to take home a drop.
That's
No.
not true.
Are you
They're
bribing them with a
lying.
fucking
It's
pizza
going
party
to
now?
the
That's also
I'm
not
trying
how
to,
that
yes.
works at all. You said there was a limited amount of oil, and all oil combines to make one Christ. Not there can't be split out that much.
Well, yeah,
That
but
would mean-
if
It was the oil,
every
they killed him
apostle,
already. There's no more oil.
if every apostle has a little bit of oil, they can summon him back like he's Captain Planet.
Can we
Well,
kill
all
the
the apostles
scribe?
died
They've
too.
highlighted the text in green
All the
because they
apostles
think their
died.
answer is the most
Scribe
correct.
Threw up. They threw up on the scroll.
A yucky bug threw up on the fucking text. Can we get a new piece of paper?
Our scribe is a bug.
I'm
Can
gonna say-
Vocaris
I'm gonna-
Venatoris Fantasium? Okay, good job. Good joke, Leviathan.
I'm gonna go to bat for he used to have a body, because I think something that's gonna be really good here is if we answer a lot of the questions with sort of vaguities, and then it gets even more esoteric as to what even can be considered an answer.
That
we
will
continue
happen.
to
Do not
delve.
worry.
Perfect.
It
Now,
looks
if he
like
used to have a
currently he was the oil and he used to have a body are neck and neck right now.
Come
I
on,
also do
oil,
think that-
oil.
if we end and they're tied, I think that they're both right.
If if
He
they're
used to be oil.
if we end and they're tied, we go to a bonus
We need a runoff.
scholasticism minigame.
Ooh, I like games.
Oh, now chat's gonna tie every vote because they want a game.
It'll be
good.
more work for you guys, but it'll be funny for me.
You fucker.
Where's all my people
Another-
in chat who vouch for the cool rock? Come on.
I think Christ was Christmas oil, actually.
Christmas oil.
None of the options listed, but I think that's why they called that holiday that.
I also like if you were to just join the stream right now, it would just say body hyphen Quistwas oil green. That's the only context you have for what the
YouTube
stream.
poop-ass sentence. The tree of
Ooh.
Christ.
That's a Christmas tree.
Mm.
The Quistwist tree.
That's a Christmas tree.
This is gonna change my vocabulary forever.
It's like Homestar Runner celebrating the holidays. Come on, Stwogbad, let's go celebrate Quistwood.
Stormbad? I think your Quistwist oil is leaking.
We're almost
We've got
there.
some We've got some illustrations down in the corner if you'd like something else to pan on.
Yes. Let's go check out what people have been drawing. Now, you've drawn Maddie using lightning on the shrunken siren head.
Aww. What's beautiful is that his eyes are pure white, which means he's ascending. This actually,
Aw,
It's
This
good
actually
when
might
this
be
happens,
beneficial.
actually.
it's so lovely.
This happened in history. This is how Christ died the 7th time.
All right, we have a winner.
Ah,
He
he used to have a body.
it is
One.
it is now canon. Okay, here I'm gonna start.
Okay.
Let me try a new thing over here. Canon.
perfect.
No, with the brush tool. Coward.
What do you mean the brush tool?
It just
The
takes
writing
forever.
tool.
Okay.
I get that.
All right, all right. For our next question, was Christ the Son of God? What is Christ's relationship to God? Let's say that.
I have an answer.
Okay.
What's your answer?
Sanity first, then.
Yes, but adopted.
An adopted son of
Okay.
God. Okay, okay. That's wrong.
I'm
There goes-
going to say
Try again, Sanity. You fucked it.
Muttered under your breath.
Oh, we were both wrong? Okay.
Sorry, I tried to draw a text box in the drop file. I just drew a big red line across everything we've drawn so far, and I went, "Oh, that's wrong," and it sounded like I was being really mean to Sanity.
Oh, I see.
But that's also much funnier, so I just kept it like that.
okay. I have a different answer. I'm going to say unrelated superfan.
Super fan
What does
of
that mean?
God. Okay, so
Unrelated superfan.
So
Christ,
Christ.
was not related to God. He's just a fan of him. Okay.
I agree with Jamie. Christ was parasocial.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, okay, very in keeping with the traditions of Jewish patriarchs at the time. And Val, what is your idea here?
I was also thinking adopted son of God.
Okay, okay.
Unfortunately.
We're split down the middle.
All right.
Okay, so what's the question this time? Was he the god of sun? Whatever.
Yeah.
Was he the
God of
son of?
war,
Was he the
yes.
son of God?
Was he the son of the god of war? Was he
I
the
think
was
if
he
you-
Atreus?
Okay.
He
we've got
adopted him, and then his body went away.
his body go away. So he was an adopted son of God versus he was a super fan of God who was parasocial.
Okay.
So okay, I both of these are real world heresies that actually exist. So we're diverging extremely heavily from the actual First Council of Nicea. Very excited for where this is going to go because I know what theological doors you guys have just opened. I don't think you guys have. This will be very fun.
Yay!
I don't know.
Okay,
In the
so-
heresy, what was the ceremony for the adoption? Did you have to sign papers?
Maybe I don't want to bias your answers.
Okay. That's
All right, chat. Time for you to vote.
I just think he used to have a body. He lost his body. God was like, I feel this one. I get it. I totally get what he's about. And it was just like, yep, you're mine now.
He was
You
Oh,
belong
he
to
adopt-
me.
You think he adopted him as he was dying, or after he died?
Do you have to die to lose your body?
Yes.
Do you have to die to be
Yeah.
adopted?
No.
Damn,
Damn,
all
this
good
shit's
questions.
easy. You guys asked the easy
Oh.
questions.
That would provide an easy explanation for why God allowed Christ to be killed if he was parasocial. God didn't like his dumbass.
Wait,
Ooh, or
that's
the
so
other
true.
way around, or the other way around, and you have to die to be adopted. And God was like, "I love him so much. He needs to die so I can adopt him."
I guess, because God is in heaven. But I liked Candy's answer because Candy sided with me.
Hmm
That is fair. Kenny did side with you.
hmm
Now, okay. So, why, if Christ is the adopted son of God, why are you arguing for that as opposed to the other one? Like, what theological
Because-
doors does this open? What does that imply about Christ?
It implies that anyone, if they were special enough, could be Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
You just
Well, yeah, but-
have to get the eye of God and do good enough good, and then you can become Jesus too.
You could do the same thing with the oil, and you voted away the oil.
Well, the oil is a heresy. You can't bring it up anymore.
The
We have to
oil
break your
isn't
legs.
what
Oh.
happened.
Could have said the same with the cool rock, dog. It's cool
Yeah.
rock, shiny reflection. You see yourself
Well,
in
we're
it.
not talking
That's
about
Christ.
the cool rock
Yeah.
because that didn't happen.
Christ is in everyone, or
He
something.
had a body. That's the only thing that we can agree on is that Christ.
He had a body, now
had
he
a
don't.
body.
epiglottal,
Well,
axolotl.
maybe-
We are not recreating Mormonism. We're talking about the Messiah. We're not talking about the prophets. All right.
Now, another reason why I think it's good that he's an adopted son, is there's so rarely adopted role models, and there's another one right there.
Aw, That's very
That's good.
sweet.
Now, James, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If Christ was unrelated to God, why did we write books into church about him?
Probably as a prank, I imagine.
Joke's on you, Jesus!
We're just doing this to
In
make
favor-
fun of that guy.
Got
In
your ass,
favor of
dude.
punishing Jesus' image for all eternity, we've established a religion where we mock him. God
It's a
liked
good
that.
idea.
It's not
If
a
it-
mock. It's just a little prank.
It can be both.
That's why we put up statues of him dying everywhere, because we think it's
That's
really
right.
funny.
That's
It's
right.
badass.
Check
We
out
thought
how-
it was funny, so we kept depicting
You
it.
thought it was
makes so much
irreverence,
sense.
you idiot!
This guy got so owned, we built a church around him.
It's a cringe compilation, essentially.
It's a cringe compilation. Unfortunately, the aesthetic is too cool. We
Right.
love it
Well,
too
that's why
much.
we
It
stuck
just
with
looks
it
too
after all
cool.
this
It's an
time.
artistic exercise in how cool we can make the most owned guy ever.
Christ really kind of was the most owned guy ever. He was like super duper important and still died.
Well, keep
And in this
mind, though,
dissertation, I will talk about why Bad Luck Brian is the modern Christ.
Goes up on a cross, gets taken by shadow people.
But Bad Luck Brian wasn't a super fan of anything. He didn't stand for anything, which is why he constantly fell.
Right, because he fell for everything.
He was just adopted by karma, I guess, or like a
Coolest
a-
guy on earth,
Time's
allergic
almost
to
up. Get your
nails.
votes in, folks. You're part of this. You're part of this council too.
Wait,
Get your
he was
votes
allergic to
in.
nails. Jesus was allergic to nails, probably.
Christ was a P-Jack figure. Okay.
Fuck off.
That's why his hands did that.
P-Jack's one character trait, aside from the bad food, is being extremely horny. I don't know anything about Christ's horny level.
Why would they have written that down?
Because
Obviously,
it would have
was
been
true.
important if it was important.
No, history is written by those who don't like the horny people. That's why they just nullified
Then
it
why
from
do we
the
know
story.
about P-Jack?
P-Jack's not historical. He's modern.
modern.
Yes, he
Just happened.
is! That's the most ignorant thing you've ever said.
Yeah,
He
there's
wasn't designed.
mosaics of P-Jack from the 6th century.
His ass, he only drinks Mad Dog 2020, and he drives a
He did when he
1998
was
Honda
alive,
Sonata.
before he got
I just think
adopted.
I just think it would have been funnier if they crucified him on a cactus. You know, wouldn't it like hurt more?
It hurt a lot more, probably. I don't know
I
if
don't
they.
think
I don't.
invented
Plus the
cactuses
P-Jack
yet.
pose. You know,
Do cactus? Oh, because the P-Jack, I would say, because the cactus would go up. That's an
Oh.
alternate universe, potentially.
Chat, I don't like your opinions.
I'm not
You
reading
voted
chat.
wrong.
All right. We have now officially considered adoptionism to be canon.
You
Which
picked
is-
against my answer twice, chat. I'm mad at you.
I'm with Candy on this one.
I think that sounds accurate. I think it's good that. I think that's probably a great thing for the long term. Is that
James lost
adoptionism?
twice. James really is the whimpering guy on the floor.
I feel like I'm crucified right now. I feel like I just got adopted.
This is also our
That's
first
our new elf
canonism.
phrase, dude. I'm gonna adopt you.
All right. All right. So we have now decided that Christ used to have a body, but he doesn't anymore. And we've decided that he was actually adopted as the Son of God, right? So we've got a good firm foundation for our Christology. I've got another question for you, but this one is actually more related to doctrine than Christ. So we all agree that humanity is in need of salvation, right? The world is
Right.
corrupt and shitty and bad, and we've got to figure out a way to save everyone. Where does salvation come from? Where do you get it?
Okay. I know my answer. Does anyone else have an answer first?
I've answered first twice, so I'll let you go first this time.
How about we
I don't
let
think that's true.
Candy or Val have the first shot this time?
I have an answer.
I think I do too. I think
Here, Val,
Go
what's
on,
what's
Val,
your
you're more
first answer?
soft-spoken.
salvation is what you do when you're looking at a really yummy sandwich.
Mm.
It is found in the yummy sandwich.
In your salvation glands?
Yeah, your salvation glands. Salvation comes from when you look at a really yummy food.
Giant text.
I do actually.
Salvation comes from yummy.
Salvation comes from yummy. I like it.
Bishop Candy, what's your doctrinal opinion here?
Well, obviously, the only place I've ever gotten salvation was the Salvation Army. So you need to go to war.
Ooh.
Salvation comes from war.
Salvation. I like it. New fun
Salvation.
twist.
It works.
Sanity. What's your doctor?
If that one gets canonized, the spelling has to change.
It comes
That's true.
from you're only saved when you're chilling with your friends around a campfire and you've all had a couple of beers and there's a pizza on the way. So it comes from love with friends and having a good time, from palling around, from goofing off,
How
from
about
busting a gut with a couple of pals.
Oh, you just had to do mine, but more fun, huh?
Oh, well, that's
You
well,
just had
okay.
to take mine and put a pizza party on top.
There's no pizza party then. An entirely orally celibate sort of laughs track that the pair of you have while looking at old videos together without a
Can we
drink
just,
or
like,
food in
condense
sight.
it to friends? Salvation.
Palling
for
around is
friends?
what we're saying.
What do you-
Palling around.
what do you mean by orally celibate?
Because they don't want food. Their food is their thing, so food's not a part of it. I guess in my thing, I'm just I'll subtract food away from it.
Okay, so no, it's just good company, right? It's just friends.
I'm willing
Yeah,
to shake hands with you because orally celibate is very funny.
That is good. And
I
Jamie,
forgot the word.
what's your opinion here?
I think it has to be harvested from hell. I feel like you can only get salvation
Oh.
if you get it from hell, and I think sinners are a conduit to hell.
I see.
So I feel like if you hurt sinners, you produce salvation,
This is
or
Doom.
you
This is
can
the
go
video
to
game
hell to
Doom.
get it.
Wouldn't that mean that Lucifer is salvicized, but he's not? He'll never be.
No, hurting Lucifer would produce salvation.
But Lucifer only hurts sinners. That's the only thing he does.
But
Yeah, that would
he
mean he's, like,
but
the
he
best
does
good
that-
guy.
no, he does that as punishment for his sin that he did when he rebelled against God.
Is salvation
That's his punishment.
then?
No, he has an ironic punishment. Hell is full of his ironic punishments, and the ironic punishment for him is that he's in charge of ironic punishments.
You're proposing like 7 ideas.
Are you
I'm
confusing
really not.
salvation with blood and you're actually a robot with guns?
No.
Ooh. Terminator 2.
Salvation is harvested from hurting sinners. Hurt sinners.
Okay,
Hurt sinners, hurt sinners.
I think we've got 4 different salvific doctrines here. We've got salvation comes from yummy, salvation comes from war, salvation comes from palling around, and salvation comes from punishing the wicked.
4 horsemen?
Mmm.
Yummy,
Oh.
war, friends, pain.
That's right. All right. Start poll. Everyone, grab a cup of salvation.
Ooh, that'd be a great song.
Oh,
I
you
could see
can
Billy
sing the rest
Joel
of it right
singing that.
now.
There has to be a song called Salvation.
I can see us
Well,
singing that.
Like pal around the fire and grab a cup of salvation. Watch
I don't
out.
think anyone's ever made a song called Salvation ever.
Salvation in
feel
a
like-
cup.
I feel like those guys, the Red Hot Chili Peppers or Creed, would make a salvation song.
Well, they were gonna call it Salvation, but decided on Californication.
California Salvation, and then they're
Oh.
like, "That's not going to work out. Can you make it sex instead?" They won't write about it in the stories if it's about sex.
Oh. You know, given how many churches are around here, I know for a fact there's at least one Christian band that considers themselves like the Christ honoring Red Hot Chili Peppers. That has
Ooh.
to exist.
That
Now-
I found maybe 30 of those when I was growing up before I had like my car radio before I had like an iPod or whatever, and I finally found a station that was okay, and then I realized a recurring theme where they kept talking about this one dude a couple times and about how he was around and having a good time with
Ah.
him and things of the nature. That was probably 2012 or 2013. But I can guarantee you, I've heard at least 40 different Christian bands that sound exactly like the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Chat, consider voting for war, because then we would have to explain why none of us are going to war, and thus why none of us are being saved.
Literally, it's from hurting sinners would be the best thing, because that way it makes sense when we crucify Jesus all the time, because if he did a sin, we would be literally getting
He didn't.
infinite salvation
He's
from
known for not
portraying.
ever,
He did
like,
never sin.
he's
That's
like
the
the
whole
No,
thing.
he
Like
made
He
the
had
only-
to have sinned
but
once. Even Abraham Lincoln sinned once, at least.
But Abraham
we
Lincoln's
don't worship
catalogically worse
Abraham
than
Lincoln. He's also not
I'm-
alive yet.
Abraham
really
Lincoln.
liking-
Also punched people.
I'm really
Which
liking
was a
chat's
sin.
idea to tie Yummy and Sinners so we can unlock holy cannibalism.
Oh.
You're biased.
Well, if chat manages to tie both of those, that will become canon. Or
Okay,
it'll
chat,
it'll
we
force
need
us
10
to
extra votes for sinners.
it'll figure out if those both become canon. We'll go to the scholasticism minigame, in which we have to figure out an additional doctrine that makes both of those canon.
Ooh. Now, okay, I want to also explain how salvation comes from hurting sinners even more, right?
Okay.
You could create a ethical salvation battery to
You're
send
pissing me
everyone
off.
to heaven. What?
You're pissing me off. The
Okay,
point
stop.
of this isn't to optimize Christianity. The point is to understand and establish ground rules.
Exactly. This
You're
is
like
a ground
trying
rule.
to speed run this.
This is a goal. This is a goal
And have
to
you
work
ever
towards.
understood coming home from a long day at work and you're just fucking pissed at everyone and everything sucks and you eat something nice and everything gets better?
How about that?
Right.
Except it's chatting with friends.
Okay,
My friends
that's all
piss me
great.
off before I've had my coffee.
My
Mine-
point
mine-
is,
mine-
And
cool,
this
mine
is what
still badass.
happens.
if you raise an evil baby, right? And you raise it till it's an
Uh-oh.
evil old man. Turn
Yep.
him into an evil sinner old man, right? And then you
Yep.
stick him in a VR game where he's dog shit at the VR game. You can milk this guy because you're punishing him via a game where he's losing, right? You can milk salvation out of this guy and everyone can go to heaven.
Salvation
but
comes
I
from a
feel like
sick
that's-
dunk? Is that
Why
what you're
wouldn't
saying?
we want people to be
Why would we
worse,
want-
though, then?
We
Why
shouldn't
wouldn't
do
we have
that.
everybody sin so that everyone, like, only the
Because
people
then-
we
because
like
then
can
the
hurt them and
sinners-
go to heaven?
No, then there would be more sinners. You want a less sinners to more heaven goers ratio.
But
Yeah,
if there's
because-
less sinners to more heaven goers, then the quantity of salvation milked from the sinners would be less per heaven goer. It would be less saturated. The oil reserve would dry up, Jane.
Yeah,
It's
no,
finite.
that's why you start with a VR game and you escalate when it stops producing salvation.
But we don't. Heaven's gonna run out of space. if
At
everyone
least
gets to
2
heaven.
people will have to stay
God!
behind on Earth. Okay?
You're gonna have to convince a sinner to invest in VR.
You're gonna.
Make a coin instead, maybe a cryptocurrency for them to invest in. I feel like sinners are really big investing into that. Could you change your opinion on this, perhaps? No.
It comes from Yummy.
It comes from Yummy.
Well, it does come from.
We're all fucked.
Me
We're all fucking comes from Yummy.
It comes from the salvation gland.
So if you've ever
Oh,
seen something-
salvation. Oh, okay.
Excellent. All right. So we now know that Christ used to have a body. He's the adopted son of God. And salvation comes from seeing a really big, tasty hoagie sandwich after a
Not even
long,
eating it,
hard day
just
of work.
seeing it.
Is that why he doesn't have a body anymore?
Ooh, perhaps someone else ate
Wait.
it.
He
They
saw-
ate him?
The blood and body of
He
Christ we
saw a
eat
big
it.
sandwich and went straight to heaven.
Where
I
his
believe
adopted
that.
father was.
All right.
His father adopted him because he was too hungry.
Our
That's right. When you
next-
adopt someone, you want to eat them.
Our next question. I don't know why it's in gray.
Gray alien.
I didn't
No, not application. Exit. What just happened?
select color.
The web browser version.
I don't know how to download things.
Yes, you did.
You're being punished with a gray square for your insolence.
I don't know how to make this go away.
The little X?
The X!
It's not
They
doing
have.
anything,
It's not
council.
doing anything. Maybe you need to refresh the page.
Hover your
My
mouse
age,
over
hit the
that little.
F5 button on
No,
your
no,
browser.
no, no! Why? Stop it! They can see all of this! They can see this!
It's okay.
It's fine.
That's kind of fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, but none of
Heaven
that,
forbid.
None of that was bad. They didn't
Heaven
share,
forbid
like-
they see
didn't
CT's
share,
draw
like-
pile login.
Yeah.
It has the. Never mind. Don't
No,
worry
it
about
doesn't.
it.
It's a
I'm
private
the
thing
only one that
anyways. They can't
understands
get in.
anything!
La la yay.
La la yay.
La la yay. La la yay. La la yay. Happy world. Happy.
I'm so fucking mad.
What are you mad about? It's Happy World.
All right, our
You're
next
not allowed to
question.
be happy.
Was Christ God?
Too small. There we go. Thank you, Big now.
Didn't we just
Damn.
get done asking was Christ the Son of God? How could they be the same?
I kind of get
It's a good
how,
question. It's very possible.
I kind of get how the whole like all three were the three at the same time thing. Because my first instinct was to be like, sometimes, but then that's just redoing what they've got already, and that we gotta. I think we could do better than that.
Okay, if he was God, he adopted himself.
Yes.
Which, on one hand, that's a form of self-love, but adoption is like you taking a gamble. You're saying you're gonna
have my
raise
opinion.
this little thing, you know?
Well, hold on, because this also, to be clear, this was Christ God.
So he
Not
might
is
not be
he
right now.
I
The
would like to
question is,
propose to
was
the
he?
council that you can put changes in your answer. You can say that Christ wasn't God, and then he got adopted, and then he became God, or even you can get a little weird with it, get a little fun with it. You can say that he was God, and then he got adopted, and then he wasn't God anymore.
I know my
I think
answer.
I have my answer.
I have my answer. My answer is he is not God yet.
Oh,
Okay.
Sanity, do you have an answer?
We can't know because he wasn't. We don't know. We
Ooh.
don't know.
Sanity, if I had a buzzer that made like a funny game show noise for you just did something that actual theologians do in real life. It's a mystery! Yay!
You should have had that prepared, just like ding ding ding. That's
I-
a real one.
I'm
They wanted us to know, then we would know.
When
well,
I was,
you
when I was
can't
in
know, right? You can approach it forever, but we down here in our corrupted and separate from Christ state.
God. They're so beyond us that we can't know. Sorry, that's what sanity sounds like.
I like Candy's scornful, mocking tone.
I don't do it frequently, but it's good when I do.
Candy,
Really
do you have an
hurtful,
answer?
man. Yeah, Christ wasn't God. He was Shadow God, the evil version.
Oh,
alternate-
Okay.
The alternate
That's why he-
costume on the character select screen type beat.
That's why he adopted himself, to turn himself good. That's a good
And that's
theory.
why he died. Mm-hmm.
That's why he died and adopted himself.
Putting
Now
a
that's-
comma in this one is confusing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
Remove the comma and just do like a plus button.
How about you get off my entire dick and balls?
I'm also a bishop. I get to decide what letters can be. I think that's also their job.
I'm also a bishop.
Sure,
I get
bud.
to be on your dick and balls.
No. I hope you guys. I want you guys to know.
I didn't say was a shadow of God. I said a shadow God, like
Oh.
an evil version.
He was an
Okay.
evil shadow god. That's what
Mm.
I wrote down in the
Misunderstood
poll.
me. He was the shadow to the Sonic of God.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Don't worry.
Oh.
I understood.
I said
I
that
s-
you don't listen to a word I say.
I'm doing my best here. Okay. Is it
You're
chat-
Bishop
not!
Jamie listened.
I also want you guys to
Jamie is
know
good.
that my theology pervert followers are going nuts in chat. They're having so much fun.
I saw me being like, I don't know, maybe it's this, and everyone was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
It was
it's like a
like they
bunch of
just-
monkeys in there, dude.
Literally, you
It
guys will
was like
say.
they just like it's like they watched a dog like make a baking soda volcano out of his
No, literally, you guys will say something, and then chat, like, there'll be like 5 people in chat being like, Nestorianism unlocked! Let's go!
We're getting achievements in real time.
You are.
This is an interesting audience. It's very fun.
Thank you, Al. I'll take that as a
Dude.
compliment.
Chimps jumping when the neurons connect and the dopamine fires. I know about this. I know about this.
Val,
getting
what is your
achievables.
opinion?
If we could do a little bit of math here, if we can all follow along. Okay.
Okay.
Christ used to have a body.
Okay.
Salvation comes from Yummy.
Mhm.
I think you can. Was Christ God? I think you can become God by consuming God.
Okay. Oh, if you eat Christ, you become Christ.
Yes, you assume the powers.
Wait, but the question is,
The
was
question
Christ
is,
God?
was
So
Christ
was he?
God?
I don't know.
So did he eat God?
Did he eat a yummy?
I guess the answer is then only if he ate himself.
How about
salvation doesn't
Only
come
if
from the
he ate
eating.
himself.
Salvation comes from seeing the yummy food and salvating.
I didn't say that. It comes from the yummy.
Comes from yummy. Yeah. No,
is what you said.
no. Val is correct. Comes from yummy.
okay, so I'm hitting I'm hitting my buzzer again. What we have here is a disagreement in scribal terms. So eventually
The scribe wrote from yummy, but that's not what we agreed on. The
No,
point
no.
that Val made that we agreed on was seeing the sandwich,
Actu-
not taking the bite.
What the scribe wrote
Candy, thank
is
you very
what I
much.
believe.
We agreed that it comes from yummy. We have not actually defined yummy.
That is
Okay,
actually
side
true.
point. What does that mean?
We-
need
that's-
to establish
Is
that
yummy
first.
something that you experience when you see or when you fucking eat, motherfucker?
It will
Mind
be
also going-
it'll
Yummy.
be that'll be part of the second round, okay?
Because yummy is something that looks.
Fuck
You can
off.
say that looks yummy.
Captain,
Yeah,
Captain Head
both
Chef
can be-
Bishop, can you also go back over to it? Because we agreed that salvation didn't come from yummy, it came from yumnamy, which is what's written down.
Fucking whatever.
Just so
Okay.
we
What?
can
What
all
is-
be on the
That's
same
something
page on
new.
that
It's
one.
canon. We can't
I'm
change
not gonna
it.
judge the scribe for spelling mistakes.
Oh,
I-
fuck it.
I
does
have
We
to
have
be-
say
something
yummy.
larger
I have to be a
over our heads to
fundamentalist
discuss
here.
today.
I have to be a fundamentalist. I can't change what's been made canon.
Oh no, it says yum to me. Fuck.
Oh no!
Okay.
So how does that change the point
So
that Val made?
so Val,
Uh-oh.
is Christ God? What is your answer?
I think Christ consumed the god yummy and became God. Yes.
That's
Christ
not what was
Sorry.
canon.
consumed
I don't
Hold on.
give a
Can you
shit.
clarify-
yummy.
Then chat can vote me off
So,
the
so
island.
wait, okay, Val, what am I writing down for your poll answer? Is
James,
the answer
James.
only if he ate
I'll
himself?
give you a
James,
second to
you
correct.
are
Did
writing-
Christ eat the god yummy or the god yummy? Because this is really important.
Leave the
why
yummy.
it
I don't
wasn't
give a
canon.
shit.
And you should. You're in the
James?
council.
Yeah,
Bishop
CT.
James 7T, you are writing verbatim, Christ consumed the god Yumni and became Christ, yes.
Yes.
I don't have that many characters in the poll. I only got
It's
to
too small.
Get as far
I
as
only
you,
got to
get as
Just
far as
number
you
these
can.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get as
Number these
far-
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
and we'll
okay.
reference the
Yeah,
stream.
just cut
Okay.
it off once you run out of letters.
And okay,
Let's just
Yeah.
number mine and reference it as 4. Fuck it.
listen.
and
Here's
James-
the poll. Yeah.
Please, can you set it to like 60 seconds this time?
Lightning round. This
Lightning
one's
round. Okay.
contentious.
Fine.
Everyone
Okay,
hates
here's the
me.
poll. The poll is about to go live. It is, was Christ God? The answers are, not yet. It's a mystery. He was evil shadow god, and Christ consumed Yumni, and then it cuts off there. 1 minute, go!
We're gonna have to write that down, including the and at the end.
Man, I wonder which one's gonna win this one.
Yeah, it's not gonna be close.
Okay,
They're
Come
not gonna
on.
respect the rest of us at all.
I didn't think you guys would get this into it. We're on question 4 of 16.
What are you talking about here, my friend?
Wait, why did we do 5-minute response windows at the beginning?
I don't know, Sanity. I'm realizing the error of my ways.
This is a lot to discuss, okay? It's getting very
Gets
heated.
their opinions immediately. They will never consider it. They will just pick the YouTube poop one.
It's gonna,
Yum
it's
to me,
gonna be
sweet.
Like,
It's
gonna
not
be
even
like
a
4 in the
question.
morning,
It's
we're on-
clearly yummy.
It's clearly like fuck
It's
all of
clearly
you.
Yumni. Okay,
You don't
okay.
respect this. This one
Everyone-
has more votes than every other poll we've done so far.
I'm
Everyone-
the smartest
hey.
guy here.
Going forward, at this Council of Nicea 2, I feel like answers should be as concise as possible, just due to our limitations. So,
No, fuck you.
I'm
That
not
is
allowed
how
to
this
have.
works.
I'm not allowed. You missed an M.
I'm not-
You can.
I'm not-
Oh, the scribe.
You can have.
No,
wait,
that's
the-
not it either.
Where is
What
it?
happened
Where
to
is
the scribe?
It's M.
Yum to me.
Look it up. Look at the word above it. It's literally
Look off of your
Directly
phone,
above.
scribe.
There we go. Okay.
All scribes know how to do is convince audience, stream on Twitch, eat hot chip, use their phone, and lie.
Okay. Okay.
I
next-
gave you a thought. I gave you a well thought out answer,
What did I
and you
say?
mock me.
All right. Next question.
not-
Next question. So, okay, we all worship Christ, right? Do we still fuck with God?
Oh God. Oh, fuck.
Well, there was a
only
Yumney
if-
incident.
Only if he makes it worth. Only if he makes it worth our while.
Okay.
Not
here,
for
let me-
free.
Sweet.
Not for
Like a-
free is
Oh,
my
like a-
answer.
Like it has to be a bargain?
I like
Yeah,
that.
Like he
not
I
has
for
like
to
free.
that.
follow a certain amount of terms?
No, he just has to make it worth your while. If he not for free is my
I
sentiment
agree
here.
with sanity.
Yeah, that's a hard one to beat.
So Sanity, what was your opinion?
Only if he makes it worth our while, aka not for free. He's got to do so. He's got to kind of earn it.
I have a different answer.
Yes, Bishop James.
Okay. Do we fuck with God? Answer 1, God has to earn it. Answer 2, we're gonna get him. I'm gonna say we're enemies of God because we are the tigers in the tall grass, and God is a grazing elk. All
Oh
it
my
takes
God.
is a single moment for us to leap out of the tall grass and sink our teeth into him, and then we get to become him, according to the Yumney scriptures.
This is a Tumblr post. This is just a Tumblr post. Are you fucking kidding me?
My
See,
point.
God is a deer in the forest, and
Yeah.
I have a wolf head and a sword.
That's right. And my
If
wolf
we
head
get
and my
close
sword
enough-
beats
After God.
yours.
If we get close enough to God, we can keep him forever.
See, okay, so first thing, yeah, it's just we are, yeah, like 4 words are the thought. I think is the best way to do it.
Yeah, I
the
was
other thing here,
explaining mine with a
God-
metaphor.
he
Thank
has
you,
to-
Candy.
He has to earn the fact that we're not going to
my
do that
metaphor.
for him. We keep holding it over his head, like, "Ooh, big man, you fuck up once.
Okay,
I heard
carrot and
all
stick.
of your blood's really easy." Yeah, and then so he's like, "Okay,
This is quite
fine."
literally Judaism, and I'm so happy.
Okay.
Really? You bite
Candy,
him?
Bishop Candy, what's your opinion here?
I agree with sanity.
Oh, okay. We've got a +2. All right, Bishop Val.
Yeah, not to keep it too simple, but I'm also gonna +2 James.
Ooh.
Oh, let's fucking go.
Got another
James,
2 versus 2. Scribe James, you
Alright.
know what to do here.
Yup. God has to earn it, or we are hunting God. 1 minute, correct?
1 minute,
Yes.
please.
Okay. Everyone vote for the correct answer.
I think that God has to earn it can encapsulate the other one. He has to make
It
it worth
can't.
our while, lest we hunt him even stronger. Which I think also might lead to in the future we have our own faction of Blade, like vampires that hunt vampires, and like the Vatican's papal guard are like super badasses. Like they're literally so cool because they are like every like bad like 1980s VHS like direct to VHS movie that was called like the Pope's killers or something is now canon. The Pope has several sects of killers that are a requirement in order to kill and eat God. He's also got the Pope's chef, which gets to cook God.
Oh, my
You know-
problem is I like we are hunting God better because it implies that we are making increasingly
your
yummy
answer.
foods.
Well, I don't
What-
like that because that means that we're always aspiring to something. If we're
Yeah,
hunting
that's
him, we never
awesome.
catch him.
We're
always
always
Don't you wanna be
yeah.
better every day?
catch him.
True.
Is-
In this,
Oh my god,
it
it's
very
so
much
close.
Yes!
Oh, there we go.
Boo!
Yes! You
I'll live
picked
with
the
it.
right answer, chat. Because that's like a mutual respect thing, right? Like, it can't just be one way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it can easily, but not
well,
anymore.
It's not, because this is what's canon.
That's
This
true.
is what the truth is, James.
does it
It's not
always-
that things ever changed. This is how they've always been.
Well, yeah, I
does it
know
always
that.
become
That's how it's
gray?
always been.
Listen, if he earns it, we can still kill and eat him, right?
Ah, that's
No, we
true.
No,
can't
because that's not
anymore.
canon.
Why
Well,
not?
no, he has to earn it. It never says we have to like then go through with whatever he earned.
Yeah, the second step
Yeah.
we don't know yet, but the first step
Yeah.
is he has to earn it.
Yeah.
All right, next question. All right, this is a big one, y'all. What happened
Okay.
during the crucifixion?
And so, for clarity, the crucifixion was just when Jesus went on the cross and died, not with like the resurrection part.
We don't
just,
even know
like,
if we died. We just know that he was put on a cross.
Like, what was the scenario there?
Like what happened spiritually during the crucifixion?
Oh, not physically.
Oh, yeah,
physically,
we can't talk about
spiritually.
what physically happened?
What
Okay.
like all that we know is that he got put on a cross. We don't know what that implies. We don't know what that changed about the world or the universe. We don't know the significance of that.
Well, we do know that he did used to have a body. So fact one, it hurt a lot. It hurt him a lot. Adoptionism doesn't really play in here. Salvation doesn't really play in
Is
here.
that your stance, Sanity? That it hurt him a lot?
I'm trying to recall our canonicity so we don't get
so
our,
Scribe,
Here.
Control Z.
our damn facts in a line.
We have this document open, Scribe. It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So hold on.
But at least that's on
Adoptionism.
his position.
Adoptionism
just
might
thinking-
actually play into this here because what if him going up on the cross is what got him adopted?
I see. That was what made God go like, this guy's adoption material.
Yeah,
thinking
I
further
think
ahead.
putting people up on a cross is what like puts a blinking light on them to make God look at them and say, "Hey, maybe I want to adopt this." And then he adopted some guy. I think that's what happened.
Oh,
Legitimate.
like a
question.
radio tower blinking
Was-
red to signal
was
to
the-
airplanes.
Was the cross the first death or the second one? I don't know.
I
He
believe it
didn't
was
die
the
multiple.
first. He only died once. He died.
Did he
died once
respawn?
and then- he died once and then he went away.
and then he rolled away.
Gamers don't die. They die once.
Isn't that literally what the theory is? Like the boulder rolled away and then he just walked to heaven or something? Like he was already dead, or maybe he came back and walked away. He didn't die the second time.
Is that your answer?
No,
he didn't
my
die.
my answer is that he didn't go on the cross. He was a little trickster that slid off of it.
Oh.
That's why he was.
Oh,
that's why
taking
How can he slide off if he didn't go
That's
on?
he was oily.
The oil is
Hey,
back.
that's not canon.
Yeah,
No,
it is.
No. He can be. We know that he was oily. We just we agreed that he wasn't the oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
could debate that because it's not canon.
Okay. Yes. Fair point.
Despite Christus oil, he was not oil. He was just oily.
Okay, I posit that he turned into oil when they put him up on that cross.
Oh,
I kind of like Candy's
Oh.
answer now.
He turned into like an amphora full of
He
oil. or
turned
just
into the
splattered?
Christmas oil.
He turned into Christmas oil.
Okay.
Did he splat or was he in a container?
He pulled off and snaked away.
I like that. I like that
Okay.
a lot.
Val, what's
Okay.
your position here?
I spent
If
the
you don't
whole
want
question
to,
thank to
take
figure
one.
out the
You can
question.
Just agree. You can agree with somebody if you.
I
can't take
think
one
I do.
and
Just
don't
you
want
know
to.
what, Candy, you need someone on your side here. I agree with you.
Okay.
Thank you, Val.
Straight up, I think that makes sense.
That's what makes the most sense, right?
He turned into Christmas oil. He had slipped off, and he nutrients for the plants
Blevras in chat
or the
says,
boulder.
He turned into Christmas oil by the grace of Yumney.
So true. He became yummy because Christmas oil tastes good.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
No,
he
Here-
ate
he
himself.
can't become it. He consumed it.
Here,
You could
1
do
minute
both.
poll. Here are the options. What happened during the crucifixion? Option 1, he got adopted. Option 2, he slipped off the cross. Option 3, turned into Christmas oil.
Because
So-
Correct?
salvation comes from
Yes.
yummy.
Keep
if
in mind, though, he
turns
had a
into something
body.
yummy, that's
had
the
a bo-
salvation.
He had a body. The yummy part is only
He
seeing.
used
it's
to
not
have a
becoming
body
or not
before he
looking at it.
turned into oil.
No, but salvation is looking at something that's yummy, not becoming something.
No!
yummy or
Uh-uh,
anything
that's not
yummy.
what he
We've
says.
established it is yummy. Yummy
You
is
disagreed
you
with
taste
me when
it,
I
you
said
eat
it
it.
wasn't just look. It was just looking earlier. Well, guess what's come home to roost, motherfucker.
All right. Next question will be: we're gonna scribally define Yumney.
Oh,
Okay,
fuck.
good.
Fuck.
But we're not there yet, so
We're gonna-
my point still stands.
You guys are forcing me to do some exegesis here. All right.
I think he slipped off the cross because old oily Josh. That's why he got adopted, is because he loved him so much. He said that little
His
trickster
name
can do
wasn't
whatever
Josh.
he can get out of. Yeah, it was. He can get out of any problem
His name was
the world puts
Jesus.
him into. Well, the modern translation would be Josh.
No, it wouldn't. It
Yeah,
would
would
be
be.
Jesus.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, huh?
No.
I heard his name was Yummy, though.
Throws a tomato at you.
It hits James in the throat, and it's an oil tomato,
That's
and
right.
it splatters all over their damn white clothes.
It's a tomato.
Someone quick get a fucking towel before they eat that and become Christ.
Clean this up before this damn thing becomes Christ.
Before Everyone jumps onto Jamin and starts eating the yummiest thing in the room to ascend to heaven.
Okay.
I know one specific
Little bonus round over here. We're gonna do some
Okay.
exegesis. All right, here.
All
I
right.
need little here.
Can we run the poll, maybe?
Jesus.
Oh, I thought you said acts of Jesus. I thought I was gonna have to go outside and go do good things for the people in my community.
No, you don't have to do
No,
that
no.
yet.
No.
Nobody cares
Okay.
about that.
Yet? Oh.
What is the definition of yummy? Is it eating a yummy thing,
it
or
vague.
is it the yearning of seeing a yummy thing? Is that what saves you, or is it like
What saves
actually-
you is consuming it.
I was wrong. I think it was better vague.
okay? You
It's a
wa-
type of.
I think it's
a-
good vague, but if you have to ask, I think it's the consumption.
I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this. It's when things are tasty.
I'm gonna say it's the
We're gonna have
smell
to define
of.
tasty then.
No.
It's the smell of a road after rain.
No.
got a lot of
Okay,
on,
it's a
man.
dog.
So
Yummy is
we
a-
basically
Come on, man.
what we basically
on.
have here is either an argument for leaving it a divine mystery that none of us can understand, or simply defining it as when you eat a tasty thing.
I think if you don't know what yummy
Third-
is, you're cringe and you have to
Salvation
figure it out
comes from
yourself.
Yummy, and Christ is having to do with Yummy because it's something divine that we can feel it maybe, like how you can feel the presence of God, but it's not something you can concretely understand or touch or define.
Third wild card out.
Dude, I just had like some of the best yummy ever, and I feel the presence of God. I have to go to the
That's
bathroom.
what I'm saying!
Okay.
Yummy
I'm
is akin to the Holy Spirit. Agreed.
gonna make a scribal decision here. I'm gonna say yumny. It's yum and
Yum to me.
Oh my god, it is yum to me. Yumny is defined.
My girl just yummed me.
Yumny is defined as eating a yummy thing, but its nature is a divine mystery. How exactly
can't-
it saves you, we don't know.
But what's canon is that Christ consumed the god Yumny.
No.
A yummy thing
No.
can't be the case because you canonize the Yumny was the god.
The god that could be a
Yummy's the
mistranslation.
name of the
god
god.
Yummy might the god Yumny might be translated.
Whether it's
A
the name.
mistranslation. We're writing this down in
Clearly-
our language right now.
I don't think you
Clearly-
I don't know if you understand it fully. I
The
think-
god Yumni was consumed and became an essence of the universe. So now it's a thing that can happen. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Yumny is an essence of the universe. I agree with you.
All right. Next question, y'all. Let me.
Need to cause this much trouble.
Yeah, you guys are causing a lot of trouble. Okay.
This is important to discuss.
It
Yeah,
is.
sanity.
Next question.
Was
Those are pretty good
Christ
with sanity.
mortal?
Oh, was Christ mortal? Okay.
Was Christ mortal? We know that he died. We've agreed that he died on the cross and turned into Christmas oil. Christmas oil.
We also agreed that he used to have a body.
Yes.
He used to have a body. He
So
died
was
on the
he,
cross.
was he mortal, or was he more like a divine spirit kind of puppeting a corpse?
Hmm.
You need
Are
to
there
stop
other options for
giving
mortality?
us actual opinions that they used to have.
No.
None of us
theory.
would have thought of puppeting a mortal body
I
until you said
would've.
that.
I would have.
That was
Yeah.
my
Vaguer.
first initial thought was he just found a body and puppeted it and then went away.
That's not what you thought.
Subject
You're lying.
That would
To
make too
death.
much sense for the oil canonicity though. So I'm going to say yes, but he was special.
Okay. Yes, but he was. He
so
was.
the normal opinion?
He was
Oh,
New Game Plus.
Is that the normal opinion? Hold
That's
on,
the
I'm gonna
normal
make
opinion,
I'm
yeah.
gonna make a new thought up.
Candy, that's actually not the normal opinion.
That's the extremely normal opinion.
I think if mortality is defined by the ability to die, if when he got on the cross and died and turned into Quistwist oil to be consumed by the next god, no, he's not mortal.
Okay.
He lives
But-
on.
That would mean yes.
What do you mean?
Did
He
turning
died.
into the
You just said he
Christmas
died.
oil kill him?
Oh, because I said the word died.
Yeah, you said mortal
Yeah,
is
you
the
did
fact
say
that you
died.
can't die, and then
'Cause
you
I
said
don't
he
think-
died.
I don't think no. What Val is saying
Quote-
is that turning into the Christmas oil did not kill him.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
he
But you
would be
also-
mortal because he didn't die.
James,
So he
what
was
was your,
living oil.
what's your
He's
scribal
coherent.
opinion on this?
I don't
Fucking
have
semantics.
one yet.
You don't have one?
I'm
Sanity?
trying to figure out what the things being written down are so far.
So
Do we
far
not
we've
have
got
any answers?
no.
Okay.
No
comma
for
space.
reason.
No comma space.
Does anybody disagree with that?
I'm gonna say the second one, yes and.
Oh,
That's my
fuck you.
opinion.
Yes, and
Fuck
I
you.
thought we would have finally come to a
You're just
consensus
disagreeing with
and
me because you
agreement.
want more God
He's
points.
such a contrarian.
was Christ mortal?
There's no
Was
God
Christ
points.
mortal?
Those are not canon yet.
That means that his statement agrees with whatever the next statement is.
Ah, you know what?
Can my
I'm gonna
statement
say
be
is
no,
no.
and I canonize God
Mine
points?
is the next one, and mine is no.
Okay, so the answers
it's
are
different
no,
for vowels.
comma, yes, and a
No
second
special.
answer that is no,
Yes!
period.
Yeah. Yep.
And then, okay, I'm gonna say
And
my
James
answer is it
Yes!
depends.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
sorry. I'm gonna say my answer is there's nuance.
Oh, nuance. All
Fuck all
caps
of you.
Nuance, lowercase period.
Can
The
can
end.
we also
Yep.
include an all of the above option?
No.
No.
Is that allowed, CT?
That's nuance.
No, it has to.
That's nuance.
Chat has to tie.
Yes and no
Okay.
is nuance.
Okay, so
Then
the
pick
answers
nuance.
are no, yes and no, and there's nuance.
Yes.
Correct?
The
1
answers
minute
are
poll
no.
going?
The answers are no, yes and, no in parentheses special, and nuance.
Okay.
Chat,
no,
vote for the underdog. You
special.
have to vote for non-special no.
I was gonna say no one's voting for non-special no. If
Come
if
on.
special no is an option.
If you pick an answer that isn't popular, then surely it's because you have a bad soul.
Yes, and he was mortal.
You put a comma in mine so it looks not confident.
It wasn't confident.
All
you
of them
misjudged
have
their
commas.
confidence.
I spoke with the most confidence.
I didn't put a comma in any of them.
No, James.
They
did.
all have
The
commas.
first one says no comma.
Oh,
That's
James
that's
fucked
the,
it,
that's the
huh?
structure though. Jane put a comma in the poll.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Now
put a
look,
comma in the
I'm
poll
in
because
last
there was
place because you whinged.
a comma
Jane.
on the fucking screen that I was looking at.
Well, but
And
Jane
there's
all
commas
have
in front of
commas.
yes and as well. Why isn't there a comma there?
Okay, point of clerical order. We gotta start
The
doing these
comma's
on
gonna be
like-
canonized.
We gotta do them in different lines.
run the whole stream myself.
You're really good
Okay.
at those voices.
Thanks.
That kind of sounded like more comprehensible Jabba.
Oh.
No, it didn't.
Explain?
Not even close.
Jabba the Hutt.
Who's Jabba?
No, that was the guy we saw slapping the car in a sexual manner.
Well, we got yes and.
Boomhauser.
All right, all
Yes,
right.
and.
Oh, Chad didn't see the guy
Was-
slapping the car, did they?
Christ was sand?
No, that's
Yeah,
ye
sand.
That would be
No,
but no,
no,
it's
yes,
and.
Ye sand.
and. No, it's yes
I think
and,
there's
not
been a
yay
clerical
sand.
error. I
Comma,
think
you have to
our
include a comma.
scribe doesn't know how to spell ye sand.
Ye-
I didn't write ye sand. You guys are fucking with me. You guys are bullying me.
If CT wrote ye sand, then they also wrote priest woo soil.
I'm keeping Christmas oil.
I like Christmas oil.
Christmas oil.
Makes me smile.
oil.
We can all agree on this one at least.
Okay.
Priest woo soil makes me smoil.
Okay. All right. Next question. Next question.
Yep.
Did Christ have a human mind?
Oh.
Huh.
Did he have to learn things like we did, or did he did he come out the pussy like with omnipotence, or anything in between?
Ooh. Okay. I think I have mine.
Yeah. What's yours?
He came out with inverted knowledge. He would unlearn things as he grew. That's how he ended up turning into Christmas oil and never coming back. He forgot how to not be Christmas oil.
I
Oh.
see. Okay.
So, yeah.
I have a response. He knew everything except for advanced technologies, which is why they didn't have advanced technologies back then. Otherwise, he would have given it to them. So no iPad, no vaccines, no
Everything
blood
but
syringes.
iPad.
He knew other things about. Well, oh, yeah. No, I can't change my mind again. I'm gonna say the first thing I said.
Okay. Candy, do you got anything for me?
He had oil. inside of his skull instead of a brain was oil.
I'm gonna say oil mind.
My oil.
My
No,
oil.
he had oil, is what I said.
Okay.
He had oil.
Had
Okay.
oil.
Thank you.
What about you, Val?
I think Christ had a human mind, but he was a gifted kid. So when he came out of school, he just kind of plateaued and didn't really get any better at anything.
That is until he turned into Quizmas oil.
Yes, that was until he turned into Quistis oil to feed the new god.
I like that we're saying it as Homestar Runner every time.
It's addictive.
That's how it's spelled.
Quizmas oil.
Quistis oil.
All
Okay,
right. These are
so-
excellent. Very quick, very clean.
Our poll is, did Christ have a human mind? Our answers are, he had inverted knowledge, knew all up to that point, he had oil, or gifted kid. 1 minute.
Sounds
Go. Go, my minions.
CT, you need to stop pinning things so that chat can see the polls.
Fuck you.
Yeah, they do
Fucking
block
everything
them.
up. What'd you say fuck me for? I'm trying to help you for once.
It's funny. I like
Chat
when
can't
chat
vote if
says
they can't
funny
see the
things.
poll.
I'm gonna give you oil, dude.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Chat, have you seen my Quistis oil?
I like how you said that as if you were walking away to look for it.
I kind of was.
Toddles away. to
Well, I'm
look
looking for my
Quizmas
Quistis oil. I just can't seem to find it.
Did
Where's
Christ
my Christmas
toddle?
oil?
That's a good question, actually.
Did what?
Did Christ toddle, as CT just claimed?
Oh, fuck
Oh.
off. He was a
Perhaps.
toddler at one point. He definitely toddled.
Not true.
What, that he wasn't a toddler?
He worked out at the library. He could float.
Ooh. He
His
just
head was
didn't
like a
do it
big
that
balloon.
frequently.
He can only float if he had an oil mind. Okay, he was a gifted
He
kid,
was a
He did
gifted
work out of the
kid.
library.
All right.
Now, Val,
Excellent.
You can never
Was
complain again at the unpopularity of your future answers.
All right. Okay. Is Christ equal to to God the Father?
Oh no.
Oh,
I knew
fuck.
we would get here.
Is he more powerful? Is he less powerful? Is he as powerful? What where does on the celestial hierarchy, where exactly is he in comparison to Old Testament God?
My answer is that he is God with the Captain America shield.
Oh, okay. God.
That's pretty strong.
Thank you.
I'm gonna just simply say yes. Oil's oil. Oil lubricates. It all lubricates the same.
I see. So he's equal to God the Father.
God is
Yes.
an oil?
I think.
Okay, wig. Yeah. Thank you for using command side with Kanzi. Unfortunately, Kanzi has died and is not here.
All right, James, you got anything for me?
Sanity does.
His
Sandy?
power level is 485,356.
I
Good
think
notation, scribe.
I think I remember that correctly.
Yeah,
But
485,356.
But is that equal?
His
We don't
power
know.
level is
You just wrote some
485,356.
coordinates there. It used so much brain power to write the number that you forgot the rest of it.
I'm gonna go find those and start digging.
Me with my shovel at half of the earth
I'm gonna find God.
is on the giant coordinates.
Okay, James.
I'm
I
gonna
can smell the
say
Christmas oil.
I'm gonna say stronger. He already ate him, so he won.
Okay.
In consuming the god, you become more powerful.
I assume so.
Okay.
I mean, how else would you be able to eat him otherwise? It's the act of seeing a yummy good food that gives you salvation. So if you see God, he probably looks
Oh.
really fucking yummy. So then you get so much salvation, you become strong enough to eat him. But then the next guy who comes along, you look so fucking yummy, then they can eat you.
So so it's like Spore then the bigger one eats the smaller one?
That's right. But
Okay.
the
Yeah, that's also
but who
true of
is
power
the bigger
levels.
one is sort of like whoever walks in the door. So that's why we don't see God a lot. It's because
No,
if he
there has
revealed
to
himself,
be an
we eat
arc
him.
building up to the
Have-
next one to like
have
build
we
up the next.
What if a
enemies.
small one found a dead big one and ate it?
I don't know.
Have we established if Christ is God?
We just know that Christ is Christ.
Okay.
Didn't we answer yes and
Christ
to that?
No.
Yeah, we said
Christ
yes
consumed
and.
the god Yumni and became Christ. Yes, he is
Yeah.
Right.
Christ. Yes,
Okay.
now.
Okay, he's Christ. Yes. Okay, he gave
My
it
quiz
last
was
name.
and Chris yes.
Okay, Candy. Problem with your answer. It won't fit in the poll, so I just wrote down Captain America shield. Is
That's
that
fine.
good?
Good. That's
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 great.
accurate.
Okay.
I was
So-
thinking
Did
about Captain America's shield when I said that answer anyway.
Here's
Did you
the
get the numbers right for mine?
yes. Here's the poll: Is Christ equal to the Father? Captain America's shield equal to God the Father? Power level 4, 8, 5, 3, 5, 6, or stronger. Correct? Any
sounds good.
complaints?
Yeah, that
Okay,
sounds good.
begin poll 1 minute. Everyone run. Don't walk to Pokemon the polls. Go.
I'm so excited if his power level is confirmed. That's the only reason that I came here, just to make sure we could really nail that down.
You just
If
wanted
you-
to win your argument
think it
on
holds water.
Reddit power scaling.
If you add a canon power level to Christ, that means that this number that you made up on the spot is going to become very theologically important.
Imagine that's like
yeah.
somebody's phone number or something, and they get turned into the Pope.
Yeah,
Well,
whoever.
Jane 4853557T.
You were one too late, little buddy.
Well, I like this also because I mean, the difficulty with all these damn things, it's like, oh, where does he scale? What are his feats? Is he intraplanar or extraplanar? This is a concise number too, because
Oh, you
Concise?
want it for
then
D&D reasons.
you'll know when Yumni comes. Oh, it's felt.
Oh,
never
let's
mind, it's
fucking go.
false.
He's stronger.
It-
I knew
it's-
it. I knew
it's
it.
the heretics number now. Forget me.
Forget me is crazy. May my
Don't recall-
memory never exist.
Don't recall I ever was around.
All right, Christ is now canonically stronger than God the Father.
Let's go.
Can we
He
roll
can
that
beat
as
up
a
his
tie?
dad.
No, it won.
It won.
Sorry, chat.
We haven't
not
ruled
enough
out that
ties
he could
work.
have a Captain America shield. He is just stronger.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Here's another good one. Where did Christ come from? Did he make himself?
Kansas.
Mm.
Then what did Mary do, lazy ass?
Made the fucking
Okay.
sandwich.
I've got my answer. I've,
My woke feminism where all women make sandwiches.
I've got mine. He came from Christmas oil.
Oh, from oil he came in.
Is that all you
from-
have?
Oil you shall return.
Exactly. And from oil he shall return. Thank you.
I love that the non-answer has gone from I don't know to Quistwis oil.
Oil.
It was a genuine thought. If he turns into it at the end of his life, obviously he became of it at the beginning of it.
I see. So we have a law of emanation and law of regression thing here.
Yes, it was a
I
real
still
answer, and
stand-
I'm being crucified for it. Don't adopt me.
I still
That would
stand
kill
by
you.
that Mary made the sandwich.
Okay.
How does that answer this question?
The Yumni. Mary made the Yumni.
Yum
The Yumni.
to me sandwich.
Wait, no, it would
Sandwich
be.
wrong, you dumb motherfucker!
That's canon.
Oh, so Yum. Wait, so
The
remove the A.
sandwich?
Remove the A and put
Sandwich.
the in there because
Did
that
Mary
is
cast
the.
sand spells? Was
Sure.
she a mummy?
Whatever.
No, Yumni could. Yumni could cast sand spells. This is so simple. Yumni could cast
Mary
sand
made
spells.
the Yumni sandwich.
Yeah.
I think we're
Which
playing different
was
card games together.
Christ.
Okay. Sanity, what's your opinion here?
Asteroid belt. He came from the asteroid belt.
Okay, and Val.
I gave my answer.
Oh yes, Candy.
Christ came from an egg.
Okay.
An oil egg.
All right. Scribe James, there are your 4 answers.
From an egg. All right, 1 minute. Where did Christ come from? From the Christmas oil? Mary made yummy sandwich? From the asteroid belt? Or from an egg? Everyone go.
Yum to me. That's how it's
If
pronounced.
Very
Christ
late
came
in
from an
the-
egg and became an oil, are we making like an emulsion? Are we making like mayonnaise?
We're making mayo.
We're making mayonnaise.
We're making
Oh, wait,
mayonnaise.
that's how it's pronounced.
Mayonnaise.
Never mind.
We're
Mayonnaise
making
for the
mayonnaise.
yum to me sandwich.
It all comes together, Chet.
all
You
comes
have to
together.
pick eggs so we can make Christ mayo.
Well, no, because the Christ mayo
I'm
can lay
gonna
on the
crucifix
sandwich.
myself a sandwich.
No.
That's salvation! Wait, that's salvation! When you crucifix
Yup!
a sandwich, that's what salvation is. That's awesome.
That's right. You have to
Yeah,
pick
this is
eggs
pretty
so
good.
you can make a yummy sandwich with us, chat.
Let's
There's a
work
lot
the
of really
asteroid
good
belts in there,
answers
too.
here.
Maybe you have to tighten up your asteroid belt because you ate too much or loosen it, maybe.
Oh.
Let's work the asteroid
Take
belt.
the L with grace, my brother.
Take the asteroid with belt.
Your memory is
think
erasing
I-
itself from my mind as we speak.
I truly think I was cooking with salvation comes from Yummy because we have turned this whole stream to sandwich. We are appreciating
It's
the food.
become a load-bearing
time for
theological
meals.
term.
I didn't get it at
Yeah.
the time, but now I do. Yes, from an egg.
From
We're
an egg.
making Christ mayo.
From an egg.
Wait, so we
That
came
does
from an
make
egg and then
sense.
became oil.
That means there might be other Christ eggs.
Oh.
It
Because
was like
usually
Game
eggs
of-
are laid in a clutch of multiple.
like
Hmm.
Pokemon.
Like,
We
Like
have
Think
to
of it like
find.
Game of Thrones. Maybe there's
We-
stones. Are there
dude,
any
God the
large
Father
eggs?
brothers
fucking
and
left. They
sisters of
forgot about him at
Christ.
daycare.
That's
Dude,
why he adopted him. He was
a
his
Christ minigame
biological
like
father
the Chow
too.
Garden, where you have to feed Christ evil to give him horns and shit.
Oh.
Easter now makes sense! The egg!
You
Oh.
now understand my genius.
That's why there's a bunny. That's
Cinema
why we have a
machine
bunny
and
on the
That's why there's a
council for
bunny!
That's the only reason I was invited.
God,
Thanks
did
for having
you lay
me.
this egg?
Cinema machine in chat says, "God, did you lay this egg?" Okay, here's a really good one. Was Christ of multiple natures?
Meaning?
Was
was
Christ
he God
multiple
and man?
people? Was Christ actually three beings in one skin?
That's
Yeah,
not what nature
scrambled,
means,
fried, over easy, over soft.
That's our new Father, Son, Holy Third thing.
Scrambled, fried, and over easy.
I like that answer a lot. I like the
Yeah,
answer of, he was scrambled, fried, and over easy.
Yeah, that's like the best.
though. The Holy Trinity.
I like that also one of the canon things was that he had a body, and we just initially assumed that meant he had a human body. But no, he was an egg the entire time.
He was an egg and he
Bird,
turned into
nobody
oil.
questioned it.
Next question. How do you crucify an egg?
Wait, hold on, CP, can you go back to what you wrote? Because you wrote, he was scrambled.
Scrambled.
Scramabled is what they
He was
wrote.
scramabled!
He was
Don't
Can we all
fix
agree
that.
on this
Nope.
so they have to keep it?
Yes, we're
Yes,
keeping
yes,
yes.
scramabled.
All right.
He was scramabled fries.
This is
and
maybe the
over
funniest
easy.
way for you all to learn that I've had dyslexia my entire life.
Well, now I feel bad.
Buddy,
No,
I
it's
knew
funny.
from the second you wrote Chris was oil. It's okay.
I'm not high. I have a learning disability.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Okay, okay.
OMG, were they smoking a delicious egg when they made this stream?
Did they raise the smoke point of the oil so it filled the room with, like, flooded gas?
Did they make a yummy sandwich while they were typing this post?
Did anyone else have an alternative answer to scrambled, fried, and over easy?
No,
I think that's just
No.
it. I think
No.
we're all in
We
agreement here.
We agree.
You
Can chat make up their own to vote against?
I was going
No.
to
We
say,
defy
wait.
chat.
I was going to say,
James?
my other answer
Oh my
is
god, you
no.
You cunt! Why can't you let us have anything?
Because it must be chosen.
I'm with James on this one. I'm actually backing James because they.
Oh my god, you always
The
do this, you
nature of the Council of
contrarian.
Nices is
You
that
hate
we
it when
have
I'm
to
happy.
argue.
All right. May I run the poll, CT?
please do.
They're gonna pick that and it's gonna have the net value of nothing.
No +2. Fuck you, dog.
I actually want to see if we can get 0 votes for no. We just have like 400 votes for yes and nothing
Chat,
on
can
no.
you be real and true? Or are you post-ironic?
Can you turn on points voting for this one so we can just
No,
spam?
it's too late, unfortunately.
Fuck you, James.
Why?
You're
This
the
is like-
fucking Judas here. We
Contrarian.
had such a nice. We were all happy in agreement.
I
I've just
stand by James'
solidified.
right.
I'm giving you a real victory instead of what you pretended you had.
I was happy, and now I'm mad at you, who I thought was my friend. A real victory wouldn't have me upset at my friend.
You're usually upset at me for any reason.
That's true.
This isn't a joke.
Okay,
I'm not
it's-
friends with you anymore.
Fuck!
Christ was
It's a
of
good
multiple
stream.
natures, scramabled, fried, and over easy.
Okay, yeah, it's not even a contest. That was a blowout. Nigh unanimous theological consensus.
Thank you, chat.
You're
You're a real
welcome.
one. This is why I fuck with you.
You're welcome, Candy. I gave you a victory. Aren't
Shut
you
up,
happy?
James. We're moving on.
We had victory together, and you had to go and throw your stupid wrench into it.
I like that.
James and CT still friends?
I like-
Chat, CT didn't even talk to James during that whole thing.
Candy just started stabbing James in the face when James asked a question, and CT's looking at James' body, and someone's like, "Oh wait, are they still friends?" They looks really hurt. Do you think they still like CT or what?
Okay. What did we agree on for salvation? It was salvation.
It's from
Salvation.
It's from
Okay.
Yummy.
So we've reached nearly the end of the list, and a lot of our answers have actually shortcutted a lot of these answers. Like, we've agreed that salvation comes from Yumni, and one of my questions here was, do people need the church for salvation? And it looks like they don't. It looks like they need Yumni.
We can
Yeah, they
still
need
argue
Yummy.
about that.
We could argue that.
Okay.
You don't have to make a sandwich in the kitchen.
You underestimate our ability to make mountains out of molehills, my friend.
All right.
No, I'm
all
a pretty agreeable person.
I disagree with you.
Oh.
Okay, this is a big one. In real life, this is the original heresy, was disagreements over this.
Uh-oh.
This disagreements over this question is what led to the definition of the term heresy.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
So we all have to be of one mind on this. We can't let
Yeah.
this come to a vote.
Which,
we
of
all
course,
have to.
will never happen because James is here.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I think we have to start by defining the church.
Well, we're the church, my friend.
Yeah, we know what the church is.
We're at
Oh,
the
do
council.
they?
yeah.
So wait, do other people need us for things? Yeah, I don't want to lose a job.
So wait, what's
They
the
need it.
question?
They
That's a
crazy
good
need
point.
us.
Do
We'll be out of
people
business.
need do people need the church for salvation?
Yes,
Oh,
only
that's the
until
question.
I die.
As long as sanity is in the church, then yes, they will need us for salvation.
Yeah, only as after I die, you guys can do whatever the fuck. But yes, and I need money also.
I
Or maybe
like
you can just say the first part, only until I die.
Sanity's answer. I agree with Sanity. I also think it's only until Bishop Sanity dies.
Okay, Candy.
I think it's 1 year after sanity dies.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit that as a +3.
No, it's different.
It's 1 year.
It is
It
slightly
is different.
Fine.
They're saying it intentionally to be a little bit different. Okay, I mean that's
because
kind
we
of
needed another answer. Now we have peace.
We need enough time to select a new.
Okay, Bishop
The
Val.
papers have to go through.
Shit, I don't know. I was back here thinking to myself, like, do you need to make a yummy in a kitchen? But all the answers are so focused on sanity that I'm like,
I mean, there
Does-
can be a third answer.
Fuck sanity. You want to talk about the
Yeah.
kitchen? Let's talk about the kitchen.
Is the kitchen a sacred space? Like,
Is it?
you get to decide,
I don't-
Bishop.
It's up to
They
you,
asked-
my
I
friend.
I think you
Yeah.
can I think you can gather your materials and assemble a yummy outside of the kitchen. You can do that wherever the fuck you want.
So no.
So no.
Okay. So the answers are only until I die, only a
No.
year after I die, and no.
No, you just have to deal with the crumbs in your bed sheets.
I'm gonna say. Oh,
No crumbs in
the
bed
crumbs in your bed sheets. Interesting.
Why are you eating in bed?
Ew.
I'm not making my sandwich in the kitchen.
Okay, can I phrase
Dude,
that
where
as
did you-
no,
Why not?
but no crumbs in bed?
Sure, you can phrase it that
Aw.
way.
Okay, are you
Okay.
changing your answer, James?
Yeah, I think I have a real answer. I'm gonna
You're gonna take
say
a point away from sanity?
I still
the
give
points are
sanity
made,
my
it's
point,
fine.
but a
Let's go.
fifth identical Jame comes out from left field and
That's
says,
no. You get one.
You get one,
You get
James.
one opinion.
Come on now.
"Yeah,
You
I
can't
know."
shoot
Just
this.
rem- yeah,
Take a
re-
side.
yeah,
Come on, guys.
That
We have to
entire
give-
sentence was a joke. Let me finish.
We have to
Okay.
give Oil Jamie a chance here.
Yeah, give Oil Jamie a chance. I'm gonna say, yes, we need the church for salvation, and kitchens are only in churches now. I'm gonna say the
Oh.
opposite. You can't eat anywhere but church, or churches are the only places foods are made.
We're gonna split the bishop sanity die vote, and then I'm not gonna get the thing I want, and I'm gonna be sad if that happens.
Okay, we have
Can that be a sixth opinion?
no. Okay, we have only until Bishop Sanity dies. Only until Bishop Sanity dies in a year. No, but you have to deal with the crumbs in your bed sheets. And yes, and Yumni can only be achieved in a church. Non-church feud is,
James, you're a
is
bitch.
spiritually impure.
Why?
Why are you that mad at Jame all the time, Val? They're a little fucker. They're nice
My
in
answer was
like
The purity of the
social
church
media
kitchen.
and public spaces, but interpersonal relationships like this, James a fucking traitor and a coward.
What?
Salvation
so
can
now
come
I'm not
anywhere. You
allowed
don't
to
need
be
the
a bad
purity of the church
person?
kitchen.
You are, because then I'll get to punish you and get salvation.
Yay. Okay. Poll. Do we need the church for salvation? Responses: only until sanity dies. Until sanity dies plus 1 year. No, but no crumbs in bed. And yes, and church only. Yum. That's all I could fit.
Okay,
Start poll.
Are you drawing up Liebnar with a crown of thorns?
wait.
No.
Okay, I actually haven't been tracking what you guys are drawing.
The red is the Christmas oil.
I drew us all as plebnars in the bottom left.
Oh, fuck.
Aw.
Also, hey, chat, thank you so much for coming out to this. I'm having a great time. And
Yeah, this is fantastic.
hey, I'm only
This is
able
great.
I'm only able to do this because people like you are throwing me money. I have a Patreon. Usually there's a crawl on the bottom of the screen, but I haven't been doing that for this one because of Candy's beautiful art and James' beautiful art. But I really
Yay.
appreciate everyone showing up to hang out. I was so nervous before this stream. I didn't even know why.
Aw.
Me too.
I was literally talking to James about it. I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Play with toys wrong? Like, oh fuck. Like 200 people are gonna watch me play with toys bad.
No, but no, crumbs in bed, is
All right.
victorious.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Church only yum was so close. People wanted mega kitchens.
I'm glad someone pointed out that if it was only until I die, then that really incentivized killing me, so that you don't have to go to church. So I'm actually kind of glad. I'm actually kind of glad that didn't win. Now that I think of it.
If it makes you
Also,
feel any better, I voted for you.
Ronan Oslo said
You've been voting?
The Martin Luther and the 90 he shaked. Hold on, it was a joke. It was funny. I forgot it. Stop! Everyone, stop it.
He
Let me find it.
shaked?
Separation of church and shake, like milkshake, because
Aww.
Aw.
yeah, that was funny. I like that.
Oh, that
Continue.
Martin Luther didn't say that.
Bart,
Yeah, that was the U.S.
Bart and
government.
Simpson.
That's
Barton
right.
Luther.
Martin
That was
Luther.
the Simpson.
All
That
right,
was
all
the
right.
Simpsons government.
Because you guys want to be completionists about this, I guess we'll do the last couple questions. Okay. Is venerating an image of Christ idolatry?
I have to Google like several words.
Okay.
You don't
Is
know what
worshiping-
Christ is?
Is worshiping a statue of Jesus not actually worshiping Jesus? Like, should that be allowed? Or is worshiping a statue of Jesus actually worshiping an idol, a false idol?
I'm gonna... Okay. Does anyone else have an answer? Because I think I have one.
I think I have my answer.
You go ahead.
I
Val,
think it's
you
slavish
can
to
go first.
drool at pictures of food.
Oh!
Is that not salvation?
Yeah, that's salvation.
We've
that's-
established already that salvation comes from the yumni, which is to consume. Yumni is defined as eating a yummy thing,
Right.
not
so you're,
looking at it.
So you're
Feels like
saying
gluttony
you're
kinda
saying
goes
that
hand in hand.
actually looking at an image of a yummy thing creates a false yummy.
Yes.
I
You will not achieve
see.
salvation from salivating at an image of food.
I'm gonna
You
say
will only go to
the
hell.
opposite and cut through past James. If you
Okay.
can mentally think of a meal good enough, that's worship. If you eat a mind tulpa form of a chicken sandwich, you don't have to be hungry anymore, and you're even closer to heaven.
Oh, so you're saying, Sanity, it's almost a monastic tradition. If you can train yourself to imagine burgers of the mind, you can
Yeah.
you can create Yumni from within yourself.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a very good way to phrase that. Yeah, that's what I feel.
Okay, I'm writing yours down as monastic burger mind. How's that?
Chad, he thinks you should starve. He thinks you shouldn't touch another Yummy ever.
You can eat and everything like that, but you got everyone's always had that one time you're like, fuck, I really want orange juice. Let me think about it. Ooh, it's okay, I'm done.
That is not
Craving
a universal
sated.
experience,
I thought about orange
brother.
juice.
Nobody does that, bud.
It's
Your
called a
images-
craving, and most of them don't go away when you imagine the craving.
If you imagine
Yeah,
orange
well,
juice and
close
you
your
can
eyes
taste
and
orange juice, you just
There's
threw up
a
in your own
orange
mouth.
juice glass in front of you. Close your eyes, spin it around. It's frosty. There's like liquid coming down the. It's cold. You raise it to your lips. First taste. Ooh, a little bit of orange juice.
and there's two
okay.
of them, and
You
they're
drink the whole
spinning,
thing
and
down.
there's a triangle, and it's also spinning.
There's 4 cows.
It hurts.
Imagine 3 triangles and they're red.
Imagine 4 balls at the edge of a cliff.
Salvation!
James, your
No,
answer.
I've tried that because I read that Burger Topo post, and then it made me more hungry for a burger.
Yeah, I've been craving a fucking burger all week.
I'm going to say that. Okay, so the question is venerating an image idolatry? I'm going to redefine idolatry, right?
Oh.
Instead of venerating an image, it is eating something inedible is idolatry now. You are no longer allowed to eat the inedible.
If you have pica, you
What?
can just get fucked.
So like,
Yes,
okay,
that's
so
right.
let's say chewing gum is idolatry.
That's
Yes,
edible.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
You can eat it. You can swallow it, and it's fine for you. That's edible.
But you're not supposed to.
It's edible. Doesn't matter if you're supposed to or not.
No, see. Candy brings up a good point. We can have fun new schisms over what is and isn't a
Oh, you
sin
want-
food
you're-
because
you're
you're not
Edible
Schisms.
has a
supposed.
definition. Edible
I
has a
didn't know you were-
definition, my friend.
Exactly,
The idea
no,
of
it doesn't.
basing a religion around how we can disagree.
Low-key Judaism.
You're not allowed to say that. I am.
I am totally allowed to say that.
Good
No, I'm
point from
disagreeing
chat.
with
What
you.
about
It's
sucking
cultu-
dick?
It's cultural. All right.
Sorry.
Oh, actually, James.
Have
yeah.
we all answered? We only have 3 answers here.
No,
No,
hold on. Jamie,
I haven't
Jamie
said.
really
You're too busy
we
disagreeing
are
with
waiting
me
on
to
Candy's
listen.
answer.
I was asking to get your answer, dipshit.
Hey, the Rock
that
Hyrax
was-
is here.
That was my answer. Write that down if you can, motherfucker.
Okay, James, hit the poll.
I'm still writing down a way.
What's the name
Okay.
of God?
Okay,
Oh man,
hold on.
Monastic, man.
I'm
I'm-
is venerating an image idolatry? Images create false yum. Monastic burger mind. Inedibility is idolatry or ewewe. Correct?
I will be so incredibly happy if a Wewe wins. You have
I
no
know.
idea.
I was so happy about CT's phrasing of monastic burger mind, and I'm gonna see 90,000 votes for a win-win.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
CT's writing ability, phrasing your answer as monastic burger mind, gave your answer like an elevation of 5.
Yeah, it really
it's
did.
crazy how overpowered that is.
It
That needs
shows
to
to
be
go
noted.
you what like good theological poetry can do.
It shows to go you, my friend.
I understood them
Oh,
just
I thought
fine.
you said Goya.
Oh
like
no,
the
I do
people
that on
make
purpose. I
memes
love
of that.
shows to go ya.
I do it on purpose because I've never made a mistake in my entire life.
I have.
I
I'm
agree with
not,
you, CT.
I'm not against that. I just like doing the spoonerism of that phrase. I also like
Ooh,
saying
spoonerism.
That's a
floats
really
your
funny
goat
moment.
or goats your
I also
float.
like saying meeking a smee.
Yeah. Putting on my little green hat.
Putting on my little green hat.
Monastic burger mind.
Let's
Yeah, I knew it.
go.
I love that was actually in second.
Yeah.
It'd be another
something to
mystery.
look
We'd
for.
have another scholastic mystery.
We could have had more things to argue about, chat. Well,
Scholars
well,
are
I don't
quoted
even wanna
as saying,
deny that. I don't even want to allow that because that's just kind of. Well, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
That's fine. I misread it.
That's free
Is that the
speech.
message you just approved?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
misread it. I thought
That's
it
pretty
was saying
good.
something else. That should have won.
I heard the next question is.
Oh.
Hey, how did you have the questions ahead of time?
I just heard.
Would you get them big ass ears out of the church, dude?
Let me open the door with them. Door opening sound.
The door opened and it went.
Okay,
What are
looks
the
like
aliens called again? They're called plebnars.
our final question of the First Council of Nicaea 2. So we all agree that the material world is evil, and people are in need of salvation. Do we reject the physical world?
Only if it sucks. Only if they develop a virtual world that is better.
The physical world.
Means like,
Only if they give me iPhone.
means like, is it bad to engage in things like eating
iPhone.
delicious food and having sex?
Pleasures of the flesh.
Are those illusions? Yeah.
I'm gonna say no because Yumni is inherently physical. You might think that it's not. You might think that it's transcendental because it's like a
That's the
state of
definition we
mind.
gave it.
It's a sniffs, and because it's apparently a dead god that a different god ate. I don't know. The point is, it's a physical thing you can feel. So if we reject the physical world, we can never get to the non-physical world because Yummy is our bridge to it, and Yummy is both physical and non-physical. It is both.
Nods.
So, yeah.
I have to agree with James here because how could you reject the very plate your sandwich rests on?
Exactly.
How could you reject the knife that spread the mayonnaise?
Very well
it's
said.
more about like a beautiful part of the sandwich.
I'm not gonna
What?
fuck the sandwich.
Could you explain?
No, like you're not rejecting the plate. You're rejecting like a gourmet sandwich. It sounds like for the physical world, like
Well, is it
pleasures and
yummy?
indulgences of the physical world.
Oh, you're
More
saying-
yummy,
That's what
more
CT
salvation.
Oh, so
That's
you're
what CT
saying
was saying about sex and stuff.
you're saying that you can overindulge in Yumni.
I thought that's what you were
Mm.
saying. I thought that's what the question was. Your question
No,
was
it's
like,
just like do we
oh.
reject the physical world is the question.
No, and also you can't overindulge ever.
Okay.
No, you know what? I think too much yummy makes a stomach sad.
Wrong. Schism.
Well, that's my opinion.
Heretic. Heresy. Heresy's found.
We are writing it. How is it heresy?
I've seen the future.
Well, we haven't decided one yet, so he can call it heresy, even if we.
What's
don't
your
know if it's
future?
Heresy yet.
Sanity.
That's true. What's my future?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps more veal in the future.
Ooh.
Though I'm not positive yet.
Going to
You
overindulge.
said you didn't want to do that.
James, have you answered?
Overindulging.
I didn't want
Overindulgence.
to do what?
My answer was the first one. I said no because Yummy is physical.
Okay, Sanity, what's your answer?
I think for solidarity, I'll stick with the first one. I have slight differing opinions, but that'll come in a schism about 400 years in the future.
Candy.
Oh God, I had an answer and it just left my head.
I'm so sorry.
You can't do a wee woe
Oh,
again. You already did that
Gotcha.
once.
If imagining a burger can create Yumni, which is, as we've established, the way that Christ became Christ, was consuming the Yumni, interacting with the Yumni, and imagining a burger can create the Yumni, then yes, we reject the physical world because you don't need to interact with it. You can imagine it.
Oh.
You can, but it doesn't make
You
it
can
better.
create the world of. I don't care. You can create Yumni in your mind.
Okay, I now have an opinion, and it's that, but that's bad.
I appreciate you making this more accessible,
man.
but I think only real yummy prevails here.
I guess if Yumni is purely spiritual, Candy's thought is that we don't need the physical world because Yumni can exist in the realm of the mind.
I
Mhm.
guess you misunderstand the point I'm making.
Okay.
You can eat and physically experience Yumni, but to truly Yumni max, you must optimize the yummy production in your brain.
Oh.
You need to eat to sustain your body long enough to yummy max, right? You need to be alive to make as much yummy as you can for as long as you can. So it's necessary to eat. It's necessary to indulge in the physical world a little.
Okay.
Try and minimize it, but you have to live. But
Yeah,
the
it
real
doesn't
yummy
sound-
is the infinite pile of candy in my mind right now. The infinite stack of sweets and burgers and sandwiches. I'm picturing
Okay.
them, and I'm ascending
Respect.
to heaven.
Respect.
It sounds like what you said is you need to like live long enough to maximize the yum. You're saying you need to minimize the physical yumny as much as possible to create more mental yumny.
No, I'm saying you can eat if you need to because you need to eat to live.
Right, but that's
And I'm saying
inherently.
But
real
between
yummy,
meals.
it is more efficient to make yummy in your mind.
Between
So
meals,
should
you
do that
snack
as
on the
much
mind
as you
yummy.
can.
Exactly.
Right, so it's.
I am not
it's-
saying
it's-
don't eat. You're misrepresenting me.
It's better to like lean eventually if you could only create mental yumny, then you wouldn't
If we could
need
make
physical
infinite
yumny.
physical yumny, I would say that. But we can't. We can only do what God has provided us, which is Christ egg and Christmas oil.
Quiz oil.
But I can imagine as much yummy
Quisquis
Quisquis
oil.
oil in my mind as I could possibly want.
I'm gonna say the opposite of the thing I just said last time, and now say, no, we must create infinite physical yumny.
Okay. Well, I've forgotten what your other answers were, so we're gonna go with these three. James.
Okay.
I didn't have
Okay.
an
Used
answer
answers
yet.
3 times. It's only fair.
I didn't have an answer yet.
I'm gonna-
Sanity, you
I
answered
also-
twice for this one.
Yeah, I have
This is the
4
third
answers
opinion he's given. He's trying to
Wait,
cheat.
how does Shane have 4 answers?
because originally somebody said the opposite of the other one. Okay, the answers I have written down are no because yummy is physical, and then next I heard no and overindulgence is fake, and then
Just copy
after
what's on
that
the
I
scroll,
heard
dude.
after that I heard no and you can overindulge, and then after that Candy said yes because yummy is beyond. So there's 4 answers right now.
Yeah, that one of those answers came from the ether, which is really
Okay.
good.
Just
They
The
came from
ether, huh?
yum stuff.
The poll's
Alright.
going.
Run the poll.
Nobody wins.
James.
What? It happened because I wrote it down. I heard it with my ears.
Next time I need to be in charge of this.
You don't.
I think it's
Your
fine.
ears
this
don't
way.
work, James.
Quisquis oil.
Your ears are the
Quisquis oil.
problem.
I'm voting for the one that we don't know where it came from.
No, don't vote the imposter. I worked really hard to think about mine. No, this is why I can never be vulnerable and authentic, because you shit on it. You people shit on it.
I really liked
I've agreed with you on multiple points.
you,
Sanity.
you're
I really liked how you were like,
Come on.
I didn't get to answer for this one. It was like you answered twice. Well, one of those we don't know where one of those came
Far
from.
more than me and
I-
attempted
no,
to interrupt
but
me in
that's-
my answer. You're doing it right
Because I
now.
was responding to CT, who said something to me. The no one you can overindulge. I don't think I said that. That just came
did.
from the yumny.
Can't
I
we
say-
all
I
just
don't-
get along?
I don't recall.
Thank you, Chad.
All right.
Guess
See,
what?
you're
real as
welcome,
fuck.
Candy.
You're real as
Because
fuck
we
for
had
this.
an extra option, the vote was split, and you won. You're
The
welcome.
democratic process works.
I gerrymandered for you.
Did. That's what you were doing the whole time. I thought you were Judas, but you weren't.
That's right. That's right.
You were whoever the fuck the other guys were.
There's
I was
Amy.
the apostle that really liked gerrymandering.
You were Jerry the Apostle. You were
Jerry the Mander.
Jeremiah.
You were Jerry the Salamander.
I was Jeremiah mandering.
Jeremiah Mandering is making me a sandwich.
I like that
Why
was
did-
sung.
Yeah, why was that so sing-song?
Because I was trying to put Christ mayonnaise in it, but then I lost track of what I wanted to say and just decided to go with it.
I was trying to put Christ mayonnaise in my song.
I didn't have enough brain power to do both, so I had to pick one and then bail.
Jeremiah Mandering was making me a sandwich.
There you go.
Put an egg upon his bread, and then it was a.
Another sandwich.
It was different.
Back in egg and now he said
And then
now
I
it
ate
is
the
all better.
sandwich.
Ladies, gentlemen, friends, and enemies, we have our new canon. Christ used to have a body. Christ is adopted by God. Salvation comes from Yumni. Christ
Sorry.
consumed the god Yumni and became Christ, yes.
Sorry.
God has to earn our worship. Christ was crucified, at which point he turned into Quizquiz oil. Was Christ mortal? Yes. And Christ was a gifted kid.
Sorry.
Thank you for the delivery on that one. That's what I was looking for.
Christ is stronger than God the Father. Christ came from an egg. He was scrambled. He was scrambled, fried, and over easy. Salvation can be achieved outside of the church, but you have to deal with the crumbs in your bed.
Sorry.
Is venerating an image idolatry? Well, imagining a burger can create Yumni. Therefore, the physical world is not rejected. Yumni is both physical and spiritual.
That's right.
Ladies
What
and
book were we
gentlemen,
writing again?
we have the firm basis for a globe-spanning religion now. Great job, everyone.
Can you get your fucking ears out of the damn cannon? We
You're
can't
in
read shit right now.
Cannon, girl.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Can you stop feeling the words with your yucky antenna? You've smelled them enough.
That's how they read.
That's why you can't read very good.
Oh, my God. Ladies, gentlemen, unless we have any final thoughts, I think this is the end of our stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out. This was an absolute blast to run. I really want to do more like Rome, Byzantium themed shit just because we have these amazing talk sprites now. Like, seriously, this was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have anything to like plug or anything before we play off?
If CT's
Sorry, I
not
made it
going to
about
credit
hungry.
me, I made the talk sprites. It was my hard work.
And
You're
Jane made the
welcome.
background.
Yeah, and James did
I
some other shit.
did.
Oh my god, we should do a cadaver synod. That's such a good idea.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
I will explain later.
Uh-oh.
I
Okay.
had thought about what God looks like, but we didn't get to it. So I'm going to save that thought for later.
Yet again, I'm only able to do stuff like this because you guys are so generous in supporting me. If you want to throw me some money, you can hit me up at Cryptotheism at Patreon. It's exactly the same thing as my Tumblr blog. You can find all the links there. Join the Discord. I'll catch you on Friday for Philosophy Friday. I have been spending all of my time and energy preparing for this, so I don't know how much we're going to be reading on Friday, but it should be fun.
Yay!
Do we want to go around real quick and say who's who for
Yeah.
for the animals?
Do we want to?
De-introduce yourselves.
Go on the far. Let's go right to left.
Left.
Oh, you want start on the other? I want to follow
Jane,
everyone
you
else.
go first now because the little one is small.
Oh, fuck. I'm James7T. I stream Mondays and Fridays, and sometimes a Wednesday, and that's okay.
Eucharist Quesadilla. I'm Sanity from Sanity Plays Games and Sanity Makes Posts. I have a Blue Sky. I never use it. Mostly Tumblr. Twitch on Tuesdays for now. Might be another day in the future. And I stream right now with Jame. We do it. Split Fiction and other stuff.
You almost said It Takes Two.
I didn't, but you're right. I did almost say that, but I didn't. CT, you're next.
I mean, you all fucking
Just
already
see
follow me
stream.
and whatnot. They're all going away.
Oh, humble! They didn't even plug themselves. Look at that.
Look at my cat.
That is- the
Your cat
first
is
image-
covering one of your co-hosts.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
The first image of your cat was at like
Full
4%
send.
opacity and entirely black. It was just
we can't see your cat
Yeah.
at all.
unillegible.
This is an image of a car moving really quickly, and it's blurred to the camera.
Candy?
Hi, I'm Candy. Cotton Candy Lesbo on Tumblr. Cotton Candy -art on Tumblr for my art. Cotton Candy WLW on Twitch, all one word. I know it's confusing. You will deal with it. I'm sorry if I was loud. This is an immutable part of my personality, and it's very charming. I also stream on Twitch. I'm doing a weekly Kirby series where I aim to get through every Kirby game ever on Sundays, my Superstar Sunday series. You can check it out if you're a fan of my loud.
Very nice. My name is Val Breakbeat Bun. Sorry if you heard Candy twice this stream. I really like open back headphones. They're very comfy. You can find me everywhere at bunny.info. That's buny.info. I've been working my ass off retexturing my summer car textures and shit. So look forward to seeing that on my stream if you watch that. I really like the way my shit looks now. If you like that, check me out.
It does look really good, honestly.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, this was so much fun.
Yeah, thank you, CT.
And
We all learned.
And hey,
This was a blast. Sorry I made it about my hungry.
No, it was awesome.
It was delightful. I loved it.
All right. Chat, thank you again for showing up. We're going to do more of this in the future, but for now, bye.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
La la yay.
Go make a sandwich.